You are now watching a Philly Fuego production. Gracias, amigos. Fly, Eagles, fly. Welcome to the Nest Out West, where Eagles fans are always the best. I will always ride or die for this team, and when I'm gone, please bury me in green. Now I don't want to come off like I'm bragging, but I'm gonna bring the heat like an effing dragon. You can call me Fuego, aka Phillyzilla, coming to you like the Thriller in Manila. Lots of collabs and live streams galore. You're gonna love what I have in store. Giving you my all, I always will try. And just remember, it's fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah.
What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Philly Foothills, and I am back in the Nest Out West, where I'm trying to bring you the best when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles content. What's going on, everybody? Thought I'd jump on here today. It's Father's Day Eve. It's Hurt season. Got the new hat for Father's Day, so I'm feeling good. Hope you all are feeling good as well. Sorry, can't talk today. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the love and support for the Nest Out West, for your boy here, Philly Foothills, and for everything that we do here. We really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, bring any topic you want to the table. We're not just talking Eagles. We're talking football. We're talking baseball. Whatever you want to talk about. Funko Pops. I mean, I'm going to do a drawing later today. And if you are a new Eagles content creator and you want your name added in to the drawing, I need you to do a couple things for me. I need you to let me know in the comments, and I will try to make that happen for you, definitely. And like I said, also, where I just found out how to give you guys the wrenches, how to make you guys moderators of my channel. So if you want a wrench and you don't have one yet, please let me know, and I will make sure that you get one. BLSg, what's going on, my guy? You are, just to let you know, BLSg, you are one of the up-and-coming Eagles content creators who is in the drawing tonight for one of you can choose either one. And shout out to Ortega. It's her link is in the comment below. Shout out to Birdman_951's wifey, or she's at Ortega Mugs with a Z Boutique on Instagram, so you can reach her there, definitely. But big shout out to her, definitely. So there's the black one. Keep it Fuego. Keep it Fuego. Yes, sir. I just got these in the mail today, guys. I you not. Seriously, I literally just got them in the mail. They made it safely through the United States Postal Service. So I think I like the black one the best. The Nest Out West with the bird. Man, whoever wins these they're gonna hope they really, really enjoy them. So that's the black one. And then the white one, a little different. But the white one says the Nest Out West with Philly Foothills in the green and black. And then it says, stay mean, stay green. Yes, sir. So, BLSg, you are definitely one of the guys. And the names are all in the description. So if you don't see your name on there, and you know that I know who you are, and you're a newer Eagles content creator, and I try to pick some guy, the guys who are like under 300 subscribers. So, if you're over that mark, definitely next time I'll try to, make it for next time I do a drawing or giveaway for the Eagles content creators. I'll definitely try to make it for, for everybody. I'll definitely open it up. But yeah, BLSg, definitely stay tuned, man. Because at the end of this live stream, I'm gonna go for probably about an hour and a half. I'm gonna drop the link in too. So if you guys want to come in and ask me some questions, or give me some comments or feedback or whatever, just want to chop it up with Uncle Foothills here, definitely we're gonna do that as well. So yes, my Giants did lose to your Phillies today, but my Giants are still in first place, so I'm not sweating it too bad. We are playing some awesome baseball. Definitely out here in the Bay Area in San Francisco. You know, it's not close to where I am, but I'm definitely born and raised a San Francisco Giants fan. So that's definitely. You know, I wasn't a bandwagon fan that jumped on with when we won the 3-5, but yeah, your Phillies got us today. Definitely, that was a crazy game. It was like 6-6 in the fourth inning. I mean, there was lots of offense in that game. It looks like you guys blew us out. Like it was like 13-6 or something like that. But yeah, it definitely hats off to the Phillies today. You guys got the better of us for sure. Big play Slay, what's going on, my guy? He said, "Yo, right back at you, dude." We got I'm gonna have big play on the channel. We were ironing some stuff out earlier today, so I'm gonna have big play on the channel. Looks like next week, I think on Wednesday, we're planning on um, 5 p.m. my time, so 8 p.m. East Coast time. So definitely, yeah, keep our eye out for me and Big Play Slay. And hats off to you, my guy. Every time I turn around now that you got a new video coming out, so just keep doing your thing, man. You're another young up and coming content creator, and your name is also in that drawing. So Big Play Slay, you are in the drawing for one of those two mugs of your choice, the black one or the white one. And not much, man. You know, just trying to lick my wounds from you guys from your Phillies whooping on my Giants today. But other than that, just trying to survive the heat out here in Northern California, man. It's been triple digits the last few days. Not as hot today as it was yesterday, but yesterday was 104. Today, I think it got to about 101, 102, something like that. But yeah, man, what's good with you, BLSg? Philly Ace 21. What is good, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. And you know, in a few minutes, we'll see how it goes. But I am gonna drop the link. It's gonna be a live call in. So yeah, we're gonna but make sure that try to have a hot take for me or a question or something like that. Something like that, or a topic to talk about, anything like that. So bring something to the table so we can all eat. Definitely I appreciate that. But yeah, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe down below. Hulk smash it down below. Like Hulk says, stay mean, stay green. So you got to do that. Make sure, become a Phill-Billy. Make sure that's done. Hit that bell down below. Turn on your notifications. Make sure they're on all. That way you get notified of all my content when I'm going to go live, whenever I drop a video, things like that. And make sure, either way, thumbs up or thumbs down. Anytime you watch any of my content, please, if you just watch it for 10 seconds, or if you watch it for 3 or 4 minutes or longer, whatever, always hit that thumbs up or thumbs down. Either way, I know we're not always going to disagree. Believe me, you're not going to get exiled from the channel or anything like that. If as long as you're not, being abusive in the comments and anything like that, you're going to be good to go. So just let me know, you guys, if anyone's ever being abusive. Definitely, that's what my moderators are for. That's why I'm giving out the blue wrenches. I just figured out how to do that. So if you want one of those, definitely let me know. If you don't have one already, next to your name there in the comments, because I can't see it on StreamYard. I'm on StreamYard right now, so I would have to go on my phone, which I can, because I'm on my laptop. But if you don't have a wrench and you want one, definitely let me know, and I'll make that happen for you for sure. But thank you, Philly Ace 21. Thank you for joining in to the live stream. Big Play Slay said, yes, sir. Big Play Slay said, let me get a mod. You got it, dude. No problem. I got you. I thought I gave you one earlier, but let me see. You know what? I'm gonna write names down. I think that'll just be easier for me right now until I figure out how to do it quickly. But Big Play Slay, I got you, bro. I will definitely get you your mod. Mods, Big Play Slay. All right, buddy. Yes, sir. I got you. All right. So you got it, definitely. BLSg said, yes, sir. Philly Girl underscore 76. What's going on? Welcome into the Nest Out West. I appreciate it. Definitely love and appreciate each and every one of you guys who are out there, not only supporting my content, but supporting the great Eagles, YouTube, social media, the content creators out there that we have as a fandom is one and none other. We are one in a million, definitely. Big Play Slay said, I honestly could hit 200 subs in the next month with the way I'm heading right now. Hell, yeah, you are. Yeah, you definitely could. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe to Big Play Slay. He is an up and coming Eagles content creator, and like I said, he is in that drawing for one of the two mugs of your choice, the white or the black one. If you miss out, if you haven't seen that, definitely rewind the live stream and you'll see it definitely. This is the white one. It says Philly Foothills, stay mean, stay green, or the black one, which is Keep It Fuego, and the Nest Out West with the bird. It's not necessarily, I don't really have a logo, a logo per se, like a brand mark yet, that I'm gonna stick with, that I've really liked. But yeah, just make sure that if you are an upcoming Eagles content creator and your name is not in the comments, in the description, then make sure that if you want to be entered into that drawing, you let me know, definitely, and I will make sure that happens before I do the drawing. That way you are entered in. It looks like we got quite a few people in here. Right, let's go. What's going on, guys? I lost my place. I apologize. That's one thing with StreamYard. You can easily lose your place in the comments. Philly Girl underscore 76 said, hey, she said, hey there, BPS. Yes, Big Play Slay is in the house. Philly Girl underscore 76. Are you the one that was recently you met Desert Eagle? And he did a video on his channel. I think that you might be the same one. I know you're the Philly Girl without the eyes, so I'm pretty sure that's you. But yeah, let me know in the comments if I'm thinking of the same person. Prime Time with Stephen Joyce. What up? What's going on? How you doing? Appreciate you being here, man. Definitely. Big Play Slay, chilling Philly Girl. Yeah, you guys go like and subscribe to Big Play Slay. He's definitely on the road to 200 subscribers. His channel is growing very quickly. So yeah, definitely go check him out for sure. And Big Play Slay, let's get you to 1K already. Hey man, I'm trying. I haven't been as diligent as with spreading the word and things like that recently. But I went on vacation to Disneyland. Went down to Southern California for a few days with the family and things like that. But yeah, when it comes, it comes. It'll definitely get me there. I know I'll get there, I should say. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, what I was gonna say was, so you guys, I don't know if you're aware, but so not only do I need to become monetized for you guys to be able to, to contribute to the channel, things like that, to give the super stickers and the super chats, things like that. Not only do I have to have 1,000 subscribers or more, but I have to obtain 4,000 watch hours within a consecutive 12-month period. So that's, I think that's going to be the even bigger battle. So, if you guys are able to, and you come across one of my live streams or things like that, if you're able to, even if you're not able to watch it, if you're able just to leave it on and listen to it in the background, I'd really, really appreciate that, because that'll help out with my watch time and things like that. That'll help it accumulate and get me towards that goal of, goal of definitely being rewarded, for a lot of the hard work that I've been putting into this channel. And that's not necessarily the only reason I'm doing it at all. Don't get me wrong. It's not all about that at all. But that's definitely a big goal of mine. So the faster I can get there, the better I think that will be, and the better the content will be for you guys. So yeah, I really appreciate that big play Slay, and yeah, and you're gonna be there too, not too far behind me. I'm pretty sure, especially as fast as your channel is growing. But Eagle said, "What's Big Play Slay's YouTube channel?" It's Big Play Slay. Exactly. It's yep. It's I think it's separated in words, but yeah, definitely go check him out. Big Play Slay. Absolutely. He is up and coming. He's a youngster, but he is wise beyond his years. Definitely, you could tell. So, and like he said, he acts older than his age. So, don't be discouraged by his age or anything like that. Don't be thinking he's going to be, you know, some young punk or anything like that. Like these young kids that are Eagles content creators, like him and Byshir Randall and Sports Talk with Letsgobirds and BLSg. All you guys are great, especially for your age. You guys are very, very well poised at what you say and on the camera, things like that. So just keep doing what you're doing, putting that content out there, and I know people are going to enjoy your stuff just like I do. So just keep doing it. Please make sure that that you guys have fans out here in Cali, here at the Nest Out West, and your Uncle Foothills. I don't know why I keep calling myself Uncle Foothills. I don't know. I guess I do have a lot of nieces and nephews, so some of them call me Up, because um, my my real name is Paul. So that's definitely, some of them do call me Up. That's cute. I do have like that over the years. But yeah, BLSg, or I'm sorry, Big Play Slay. Its channel is Big Play Slay. Yeah, just as it sounds and spelled. BLSg said Phillies had 10 guys out today and Giants had 11 guys out today, and the Phils still won. Not, yeah. they definitely, those pitchers were getting roped. Whoever was ever pitching in that game, I only saw some brief highlights when I was out eating lunch with the wifey earlier today for a little early anniversary lunch, steak lunch we had. It was very nice. Shout out to Mrs. Philly Foothills. We're coming up on 19 years of marriage as of tomorrow. So, very, very much, and still in love with her, and love and appreciate her for very much a lot of things that she does for not only me but for our kids and our family, and people that she reaches out to and things like that. So yeah, just really didn't catch who was pitching, like I said, but it looks like a lot of runs were scored. So that was, if you're into the offense when you watch baseball, that was definitely a more entertaining game today for sure. Big Play Slay said, Evil Eagle, it's my regular name. Yep, Big Play Slay. Yes, sir. Yep. Eagles _ Slayer 95. He said, yo, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. I really appreciate it. What's good, BLSg? Let me catch up in the comments here, and then I think I'm going to drop the link if you guys want to call in. No, that's not it. Catch up here. You got it. Prime time. I definitely will get you a wrench. I'm not exactly sure how to do it real quickly while I'm live streaming, but I'm writing down names, so I would definitely get you monetized. I would get you your monitor wrench. Prime time. Joyce. I got you. Don't worry. Big Play Slater. Depending on how my internet connection is, probably I'm not going to have camera. Our internet connection is terrible, but I'm going to try to see if my connection will work this out. Okay, no problem, man. Don't worry. No worries at all. At all. You're my guy, BLSg. sweat it. Eagle said, Evil Eagle said, okay, just follow Big Play Slay. Going to sub you up, bro. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, check him out. Definitely. You're going to like his content. You guys are chatting. That's cool. I like it. I like it. It's not even a question. Philly content creators have the most variety of people and fandom for one specific team. That's why the community of Philly content creators is so wide. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Hell yeah. It's Hurt season. I just got it the other day from my madre from Mama Foothills for early Father's Day / anniversary present. Because like I said, not only is tomorrow Father's Day, but tomorrow is my 19th wedding anniversary. So shout out to the fathers everywhere, especially mine upstairs. He's been gone for quite a while now, but I got something big planned that I'm going to do on the next anniversary of my father's passing, which won't be till next January, but I'm going to do it live, and it's going to be really really emotional for me because because my dad passed away very suddenly at the beginning of 2002 of a heart attack, and he raised me. My parents got divorced when I was very very young, and he raised me for the very most part. He did a good job. He was a good dad. But I was so emotionally a wreck that I wasn't even able to get up and give him a proper eulogy at his funeral. So I've always felt really bad about that, and I figured, it's coming up on next year is going to be the 20-year anniversary of his passing. So I thought, what better time to do something, and what better platform than to do it, on here where I could share it with my family and friends. So yeah, definitely working on that. So that's going to be, like I said, very very emotional. But yeah, shout out to the dads everywhere. Tomorrow's Father's Day, so happy pre-Father's Day to all the dads out there, to all the aspiring dads, all the people who are trying to become dads. I hope and pray that you guys are able to do so. When fate allows it. So, but yeah, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, all the stepdads, things like that. So, yeah, just keep it fuego. Prime time is Stephen Joyce. Do you have a channel? If you do have a channel, and I apologize if because there's a lot of content creators out there, so don't take it personally. But if you do have a channel, I will definitely make sure that you are in the drawing. So if you're streaming through StreamYard or something, will it still let you super chat, or does it only let you super chat if you're only using Streamlabs? Are you talking about donating? If you're talking about doing the donations to the channel as far as super chats, not only do you have to have 1,000 subscribers or more on YouTube, but you have to obtain 4,000 watch hours within a 12-month period. So you have to have 12. You have to have not only, like I said, 1,000 or more subscribers, but you have to have 4,000 or more watch hours within a 12-month period to obtain the ability to become fully monetized on YouTube, as far as I'm aware. I'll definitely be watching more of your stuff, and will be telling my friends about your channel at the Nest Out West. Oh, I appreciate you, Evil Eagle. I really, really do appreciate that. Yeah, the the channel is growing very, very well. So, but the more that you can help me spread the word, I definitely appreciate it. So thank you very much for that. Definitely, it always helps to to you know to to let new people know about the content here. Evil Eagle said, "What happens if Slay ever gets traded? Will you still keep the name?" That's a good question. I like the name. I do. I really do, and I hope he does keep it. I really, even though he wasn't drafted by the Eagles, he's put in his work here as a Philadelphia Eagle. So, if Big Play Slay does move on, retire, be traded away from the Eagles, I hope the content creator Big Play Slay keeps his name. I do. BLSg said pitching today was Aaron Nola for the Phillies and Alex Wood for the Giants. Yeah, that sounds about right because they were getting roped. I don't know much about Nola, but I know Alex Wood isn't our top guy, definitely. So yeah, that's not surprising there. BLSg said I am watching the Nets versus Bucks game right now, and the score is 101 to 101 with one for Giannis with an and one for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh, okay, wow, nice, very nice. All right, Richie MC, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining into the live stream. Nest out West, you famous now from the Joey Shake stream. Yeah, I wish, man. I do. But the reason why some people go on other people's other bigger content creators channels and things like that to get noticed, but that's not the reason I do it. Especially for Joey, him, Lord Brunson, Philly 500, guys like that. Tone to Shields II. Those guys, I really respect their craft. And if I didn't mention your name, it's not that I don't. It's just those are some of the guys that some of the bigger content creators. Go Philly Mike, Philly the podcast, Joe Castro down there in Florida. But those when I go on those guys' streams, it's to enjoy their content. It's to be a part of their show because I really highly respect their work and what they do, and you know it's it's always nice to keep it fresh. And there's another one, Philly Fresh, the AKA the General. Shout out to him. All those guys, they really represent us as Eagles fans very well. Very well spoken, and they bring that passion, that energy, and they keep it fuego. Okay, 104, 101 bucks. Evil Eagle. Yeah, it's hard, man. I'm sorry for your loss. I appreciate that definitely. But yeah, it's always tough, man. It really, really is. I hope you're dealing with that okay, Evil Eagle. I really do. Rich MC said, "Community is the hat rim bend upside down, or is it straight? Or no, it. Oh yeah, you could it flexes. Yep. It's just it's kind of looks up like that because I have my headphones on. But yeah, you can Gilligan it if you want. You can go all the way up. But yeah, it's hurt season. And once I seen the black and I love the green and the black coloring, so um, I had to get that one. All right, so it looks like it's 106, 103, or the Bucks are up over the Nets, which and NBA NBA. Richie MC said at Big Play Slay, you are the man. What's good, nephew? What's going on, man? Eagles Uncensored said, "Yo, Uncle, what's good?" Hey, just rocking out this live stream, man. And you are another one who has been entered into the drawing for one of the two mugs tonight. So and I just got them in the mail today. So they are fresh out of the prints, definitely. But yeah, the all the names are in the description. So yeah, if you're want to make sure that if you're an upcoming Eagles content creator and you don't see your name there, please let me know and I will make sure that you get into the drawing. Richie MC said, Nest, you follow Steve from Gate City Sports. What do you think about his post, either Graham or Barnett being traded Graham to Tennessee? Oh, I did not catch that one yet from Steve Hyder at Gate City, but I'll definitely check that out. Even as young as Derek Barnett is, I would rather him go than Brandon Graham. I'm biased, as you can see. BG is my guy. That's my boy. So, I'm definitely probably show favoritism towards him, but I guess if he was to get traded, yeah, I would want to see him go to a contender and go to the other conference. Definitely, I don't want him in the NFC, and I definitely don't want him in the division. So, and I'm speaking of Brandon Graham. Derek Barnett can go wherever the hell he wants. I'm not worried about Derek Barnett at all. I think we've seen his ceiling, and I think he's being tremendously overpaid this year at that $10 million mark. So I would rather it definitely be Derek Barnett to get that $10 million off the books. Evil Eagle said, Eagles fans are everywhere. There's an Eagles bar in Tampa, Florida. I was surprised. Yeah, I think there's even an Eagles bar here in not too far from where I am in Sacramento, in the downtown area, I believe. I believe there is I've never actually been there, but I've heard about it. So, and I just recently heard about it, and I didn't even know about it. So I'm gonna look into that because I definitely want to check that out if there is one. Heard something about the green light, but I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. I forgot to Google it. I got to check that out. But yeah, Eagles fans are everywhere, definitely. Yeah, it's a bucket hat. Yes, Richie MC, it is a bucket hat. Yes, sir. It's her season. My wife's teasing me because it's misspelled. No, it's not. No, it's not though, babe. You have to know. She wants to be an English major now, I guess. But Lindy Endzone's in the house. What's going on, Lindy? Thank you for joining the live stream, man. What's going on? Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hey guys, I have got 8 people in here right now. I'm gonna drop the link here in a couple minutes. But make sure if you guys are going in and out watching, the different sports that are on the basketball game, things like that, make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out. If you got to bounce, I totally understand. But before you're done watching the live stream, please make sure you hit that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And let's see here. Yep. I'm going to drop it right now, actually, that you just said that. All right, it's copied. Let's go paste it here. Boom. The link is now in the comments, guys. If you want to be a part of the Nest Out West, chop it up with your boy Philly Foothills here. Let's go. Come on, let's bring it on in. But let's see here. So do you guys at this point, are we just being at this point? All right, I already got somebody in the back. I got 2 people in the back. Oh boy. Here we go. But at this point, I'm just going to drop the question right now. We can tackle it a little for the other people that are not going to jump on right now. But are we going to get anything for Zach Ertz at this point? Are we? Or is he just going to be, traded or released and get nothing? What's going on, nephew? How you doing, sir?
Yo, what's going on? How you doing, man?
pretty good. Everybody, if you guys aren't aware, Eagles Uncensored. He's got a newer Eagles channel on YouTube, so definitely go check him out. Eagles Uncensored. You will definitely not be disappointed. He's been doing live streams and things like that. So, yeah, definitely make sure you guys check him out. And
Much appreciated, man. Thank you.
and we got my newest nephew here. Big Play Slays in the house. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good, man.
I'm hanging in there.
That's good, man. I'm glad you're able to jump on and be a part of the live stream. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we're going to be getting anything at this point for Zach Ertz? You know, or is he just going to be a cut casualty, or we're going to be releasing him?
You can go ahead, Slay. Take it away,
ahead,
buddy.
It honestly really depends for me. It depends on the standpoint of like what happens through like training camp, and like if a team like gets desperate for like a tight end gets injured on the team. But if I were to say right now, I think he was going to the Bengals, but I'm not like I'm not expecting high value or something for Ertz, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
I got you. Okay, what do you think? What do you think, Uncensored?
I'm still sticking with the Bills, man. I mean, that's my most logical answer. You know, it makes sense for him because he wants to win. You know, and keeps him out of the NFC. So.
Yeah.
You know, the way I look at it is if we trade him, he's going out of the NFC. They're not going to want to keep him in. So.
Yeah. I mean, and I really don't want to see him in the NFC either. So I agree with you. I'm definitely hoping it's going to be, you know, if we can't trade him to the Bills, I'm thinking he's probably gonna go join number 2 for the Colts in Indy. So, you know, I think that's definitely a possibility. But looks like we also got Philly Ace 21 in the house. How you doing, man?
Oh, what's good, Philly? Ness out west. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Thank you for joining us. So, what do you think? What do you think? You think we're going to get anything for Zach Ertz at this point?
To be honest, I could see him go to at least like 2 teams, like the Bills and Colts. That's just my opinion.
Okay, got you.
You know, I don't know what we're gonna get for him. Maybe a 5th, maybe a 6. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think I would be happy to get anything because the further and further it gets strung along, the more and more leverage the Eagles lose as far as getting anything in return, as far as a trade reimbursement. So I think at this point we can get anything for Zach Ertz, it would be good because I just don't know his mindset, things like that. He's not going to be all in on this team this year, so I think we need to continue with that youth movement and go forward, without him. But another great Eagles content creator has joined the show. So Lindy Endzone, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Foothills? What's up?
How you doing? Hey, I'm really, really glad that you joined the live stream because I've been watching more of your content and even some of the NBA stuff that you've been doing, and I've been enjoying it. So definitely keep up the good work, dude. Definitely, you guys, if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you sub up to all these guys. Definitely, Lindy Endzone, Eagles Uncensored, Big Play Slay, Philly Ace 21. All you guys definitely are deserving of getting your channels growing and growing. So just keep up the good work, guys. Definitely appreciate it.
Yo, let me add something into that.
Yes, sir.
Listen, for all you guys out there, you guys subscribe to these guys as well, especially Philly Foothills here, like I said in the chat, dude brings the energy every fucking week, and he does it for you guys and he loves doing it, so support him like a shit, get him out there, let's get him to 1,000 as soon as possible. Dude deserves it more than a lot of us. So, You know, let's get it out there, man. You know, I'm at 45, almost at 50 in 8 days. I admire that. I respect that. Thank you so much. But you know what? It's not about me, man. Like I told you, that shit all comes in time. You know, you've been doing this for a while. You deserve your 1,000. Let's get them there. Come on.
I appreciate that, man. It's very much it's always humbling to hear people, say things like that. So it's always a grind. It's not always easy, especially in times like this. If you're being an Eagles content creator in the slow times, you gotta, if you want to keep putting content creator out there, you gotta start turning on those creative juices. And I really appreciate you pointing that out and saying those things. I appreciate that, Uncensored.
Hey, man, it's no problem, dude. You know, like I told you, and that goes for Lindy too. You know, everything I said goes for him as well, because you two have stood behind me from the moment I started, and I've been with you guys for a while, following you. So it's just mad respect, man. That's all it is. It's all but love around here,
Of course, yes, absolutely. And Evil Eagle, he said, any players for Ertz? I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard anything. Lindy, have you heard anything as far as any possible deals in the works? I mean, I haven't heard anything at all as far as Zach Ertz.
Not necessarily. I mean, the last we knew, I think there was 3 teams in play for him. I think one may be out. That's probably Tennessee after they got Julio Jones, and then the other 2 are they have slight interest, which is Buffalo and the Jacksonville Jaguars, but there still hasn't necessarily been any movement as of yet.
Yeah. And BLSg says we need to trade Ertz for Steven Nelson. Well, you can't trade for a player like Steven Nelson who is not signed to a team. So we can't trade. That's not possible at this point. But I'm with you. I definitely think Steven Nelson is somebody who can come in and be that CB2. So I think that's definitely a name that's gonna we're gonna be hearing more and more about. Don't you guys think?
Possibly. There's a lot of Eagles fans right now. They're like spamming his YouTube channel and everything, and they're telling him to sign to Philly, and he's just busting around with him. He's like, nah. So I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just taking it with a grain of salt right now. We've known the Eagles for the longest time. They like to push the can down the road, whether it's through contracts or acquiring players. And in this case, I think before training camp starts, or even during, so like around August, is probably when they'll try to add somebody in here. But yeah, we need at least like more than one outside corner to put into this mix of competition.
Yeah,
we do definitely. Go ahead, Big Play Slay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't really think we can get anyone for Ertz. His value is dropping, like in the mix of this like scandal with the Eagles and stuff. So I don't.
There he goes again.
That's all right. No worries. Philly Ace 21. What do you think about the possibility of who we're going to get at cornerback too? Who would you bring in?
I got at least like 2 to 3 players, to be honest. I would have Steven Nelson, Stephon Gilmore, or Xavier Howard. I heard they was talking about Xavier Howard pretty much, stuff like that. I was just trying to keep things up to date, what's going on. I know training camp is around the corner, so I hope the Eagles get another corner in here so we can get started in training camp. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, got you. I got you. Yeah, I mean, and it's definitely it's frustrating right now with the cornerback situation. But Big Play Slay looks like he's back. So go ahead with what you were saying, my man. Finish up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I was gonna say, for CB2, I want the Eagles to sign Darian Conley. not many people have talked about him this offseason, and I'm surprised because he's a younger corner who could be developed, but he's more of like a CB2 than a CB1, and he can fit next to Darius Slay, in my opinion.
I got you. All right. Eagles Uncensored. Well, I mean, I know we've talked about this a little bit already in the past, but you know, what do you think we're going to do at cornerback too? You know, it's frustrating right now because there's not a whole lot going on. There's a lot of talk, but no action. So, what do you think?
Well, first thing, man, is take exactly what you think should happen and go the opposite way with it. And that's how it's going to be. Because if there's one thing that I've known from Howie Roseman over the last decade of him being here, is that's exactly what he does. If you want Steven Nelson, you're not getting Steven Nelson. He's going to do the complete opposite of what we all think. I mean, how often has that happened?
That's a good point.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so take that out of the perspective right now. Like, you want Steven Nelson, you're probably not going to get him because that's what you want. All right, at least that's the way I look at it. Like, if we get him, awesome, I'll be happy, but it is what it is. But me, no, man, you know where I stand. I said it. I know it ain't gonna happen, but it's what I'd do. Is I'd trade Fletcher Cox for Xavier Howard.
And you know what? I know a lot of people are you know, a lot of people are because you're talking about, you know, a guy who was drafted by the Eagles, who's been on this team for you know, a decade now, right? I mean, roughly, and so he's, but there's a long thing about it. You know, we went over it. I know everyone in the chat's like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? Like, I can go over it like real quick. Xavier Howard's still young enough to where that deal, if it won't kill us with the money, but getting Fletcher Cox off the books would definitely help towards not doing that. It definitely makes sense, you know.
Well, and it's like I told you, he's 32. You know, we're paying him $20 million last year for 8 sacks. We're pretty much doing the same thing this year. He's only ever hit double-digit sacks one time. You know, so pretty much at 32, I'm not expecting him to get any better at this point. You know, I mean, if anything, he's just going to level off and stay where he is. You know, he'll still be a dominant player in our pass rush for sure. He'll still be a dominant player in our run game. But he's not going to get, like, if you're expecting him to get 16, 17 sacks, that's over with. If he was going to do that, he would have done that already. You know, so.
He's only 30.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Still, I mean,
when you talk about dominant, when you talk about dominant defensive tackles, everybody wants to go to the very top with Aaron Donald, right? And Fletcher Cox is not. He's not Aaron Donald, and no, he's not anywhere near Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is his own beast in himself. So, you know,
he's on his own pedestal, man. Aaron Donald is like up here, you know. But it's one of those things where, you know, I look at it as you have Hargraves, who at 26 we paid him $30 million, so he's already making more money than Fletch this year. We have to see what he's going to be, because you need to know if you need to move on from Hargraves after this year, or if, you know, Milton Williams is going to be the future. You need to know this stuff, where you're not going to have that with Fletcher Cox on this team, because Cox is going to be on the field 99% of the time. I mean, he always is, you know. And like I told you, after the comments that were made, like, this kid's supposed to be Aaron fucking Darnold. Like, are you serious? Like, that's a heavy comment to make. So I want to see this kid, you know, because if he comes out looking like a dud, I'm going to be pretty upset. So it just works out, you know, and it's like I told you, it's a good thing for Miami because they need an interior lineman. And with them pushing playoffs and with them trying to get to the Super Bowl, he solidifies that for them. You know, so it's just a win-win for both people. And, you know, like you made the point, Slay's pretty much done after this year probably. You know, so we need somebody to step up in Slay's role next year. Well, Xavier Howard would be that perfect candidate to fill that role the next 3 years after we lose Slay. So
it would, very much so.
I mean, Milton Williams he's a nasty, sneaky player that we got in the later rounds and like that third round. So, I mean, I wouldn't go as that far to saying he's Aaron Donald, but like that's what other people have said. I wouldn't go that far, but he's still a really solid player. I mean, I've watched film on him, and I've seen him out there just dominating players and throwing players around. And I think he could be developed, right? To be honest with you, I think he can be a really good player in this league.
Yeah, but to sit there and call him Aaron Darnold before he's ever taken a snap in the NFL, that's fucking steep, dude.
Yeah, that's an
That is-
outlandish.
Yeah.
Outlandish.
I mean, that's like calling Trevor Lawrence Tom Brady. that would be fucking dumb at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful to Tom and to Aaron because they've put their time in, you know? Like, they've done the work. You can't do that.
Yeah. Just
I mean,
just a little game recap. It's 111, and that's Bucks game. If you wanted a game score.
No, Bucks are up 2. Middleton just scored.
For real?
Yep, 113-111. Bucks are in the lead. 40 seconds left.
You must be ahead of me then.
Wow.
Nets just took a timeout.
Oh my god. I'm rooting for
man.
the Bucks. I really am. I
I'm
really
rooting for the Nets to win. I thought they was gonna win this game.
I'm rooting for the Bucks. I feel for them for real.
just so he knows it, he asked earlier. So primetime with Stephen Joyce. If you guys haven't, he's a new Eagles content creator, and he is been added into the drawing later at the end of the live stream. So he's definitely, just let him know he's been added to that drawing. And let's see, Eagles Ace or Philly Ace 21. Did you want to be added as well, sir? I know you have a channel too, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
God damn, man. Y'all are making my odds go down. Stop.
But yeah, you're gonna be added as well.
That's what happens when you have all these Eagles content creators. I mean, dude, it's out of this world.
That shows
I
you
tried to-
we're the best franchise, man, because we're the only ones that has this many.
Yeah. It's not even a question. We have the best fan base on earth.
For sure.
Have you guys watched any of Mark Holmes' recent stuff? He's been clowning on Philly 500, saying that Philly 500 sending people out to stalk Mark Holmes around. Yeah, that guy is something else, man. I can't wait to get in his ear, because I got the anti-Joe back here, so he can have to deal with that.
This man was quote saying that Philly 500 said that he had this like little video that said that Philly 500 said that he exposed Philly 500 for saying that Jalen Hurts will be a bad quarterback. Which isn't true, by the way.
Not all, because it was everybody's reaction right as he was watching the draft when Jalen Hurts got drafted.
Exactly.
It was his initial reaction. So yeah, I think Mark was really just poking fun and trying to drum up some content and some views, things like that. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I wanted to see what you guys thought about that too. But let's see.
Wait,
It's over.
Wait,
The Bucks.
what
The
do
Bucks.
you want to know?
Nets. The Bucks beat the Nets. The game is over. The Bucks won.
Yeah, because Durant missed the game winner.
Yes, I'm happy for them. I really am. Screw the Nets. That's what they deserve.
So
Castro better get out his bucket of ice cream and pizza. That's it. Game over.
Speaking of Philly the podcast, he had him and Brandon were on with Lord Brunson and Tone DeShields earlier today.
I seen that.
Yeah, if you guys haven't caught that, definitely go check that out for sure. It was great to see those guys chopping it up. But BLSg said we likely need a cornerback 2 and a veteran wide receiver. I definitely agree with the first part of that statement, but not the second. I mean, at this point, I think we're pretty good at wide receiver. I think we need to find out what we have in house and go from there. But we definitely need a cornerback too. What do you think, Uncensored?
Yeah, man. We do. Like I told you, I think it was last night. If we can get a CB2 like Nelson or Howard, somebody that will solidify CB2 and keep it on lock on the other side of Slay, I don't see why
Yeah.
we can't win this division. Like there's no, without a CB2 at this point, it'll be a surprise, because I don't know how it's going to work out. I told you I can only assume how it's going to work out. My expectations are high, even without a CB2 at this point, because there's ways to work around it. You can scheme your defense to, help a handicap area out a little bit. But if we would get one, there's no reason why we can't win at all. The division that is this year, there isn't. So
Yeah. Agreed. Definitely. What do you think, Ace?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Will you say that
Billy,
again?
Ace, what do you think? We were just talking about what BLSg said here in the comment about. We kind of already talked about the cornerback 2 thing, but I mean, do you think we really need a veteran wide receiver?
No. We loaded with wide receiver. We loaded. So I'm not worried about too much about the wide receiver position. But we just need one more cornerback, man. If that can make that possible. Like get a Howard, is every Howard in here or Steven Nelson? I take between those two.
Poole wouldn't even be bad either.
I just say
I
I don't
won't
know
put
if we're
that
gonna get Stephon Gilmore. I don't know about that. It's all about the money, to be honest.
Yeah, especially with him, definitely he's looking to get paid. Well, so is Xavier Howard. So we have to take that into consideration too. But let's see here. I mean, Lindy, what do you? We already kind of, like we said, we talked about the cornerback 2 issue already. But do you think Lindy, do you think we need any more receivers in this bunch?
No, the corner spot's a bigger priority right now. There's a lot of there's a lot of kids in the wide receiver spot that you want to see grow with Hurts, like we were expecting them to when Carson was still here, and that didn't work whatsoever because the COVID season and how messed up it was, and that Doug Peterson offense that didn't really have an equal support and not enough of running the ball, and it was just an uneven offense, So the case being, yeah, I mean that corner spot is way too much of a priority to really think about adding a veteran receiver, since you consider Greg Ward is that veteran receiver in the room, even if he's just like 26, 27 years old.
Yeah. I mean, big play Slay. We know who you want at cornerback 2. You want Conley, but what do you think? Do you agree with us? You think that the receiver room is good right now? We don't really need to add a veteran receiver.
No, I think we're loaded at receiver. I honestly don't think we need more receivers. We're too loaded on the depth chart for real. We need veteran leadership, but and experience for these younger guys. But as of right now, there's too many receivers on this team to make a strong case for another receiver to come on this team.
I got you. Yeah, and I think that kid that we got, that Josiah Scott, I think he's gonna have a strong chance to make this roster this year, and steal some nickel spots. Definitely, working in the slot. But we got another great Eagles content creator in the house, Mr. Birdman _951, down there in the high desert, trying to survive and not melt into a puddle.
That's right, man.
Dude, you were scaring me with that mask for a second.
He came in with the purge looking mask.
You gotta do it, man.
First live stream.
Man, as soon as I get this room all crazy, man, you're gonna see a lot of crazy things, man. I was listening to LB and Philly, Joe Castro, and Tone, and one of the things I was kind of puzzled about was the whole Zach Ertz thing, right? kind of like, do you guys feel that he's being disrespected? Because my take is that as an Eagles fan, I feel that it's the other way around. I feel that the fans are getting disrespected because we've been supporting him since day one, and he has had that paycheck. And I don't know, where we are, where it's like the fans are disrespecting him versus the other way around. Um, just wanted to know how you guys feel about that.
Lindy, you want to start?
About the whole Ertz debacle. I mean, this even spanned. I mean, as early as the end of the 2019 season, where he felt that he wasn't getting justified enough with the terms of his contract. He wanted to be like the highest paid tight end in the league, and when you compare him to guys like George Kittle and Travis Kelce, like Ertz doesn't necessarily have the entire package. So he went in a little bit disgruntled, and he came out of it hurt and disgruntled. So I mean, it's like a pick your poison scenario, man. And for that quote unquote turmoil that he had with Howie Roseman, it didn't necessarily work in his favor. So now we're looking at a double negative. He's either not going to be on the team, or he's got next to no value.
Gotcha. Big play Slay, what do you think?
I'm looking at it this way. I know he's disgruntled with the contract and everything, but he's getting older in age and stuff. So, like, I mean, he might as well just like move on at this point because there's nothing left for him on the Eagles. So, like, what else does he need? He just needs a team that like can win for him. He can go to a team and be an asset and reliability for like a quarterback or like a younger quarterback, maybe the Bengals with Joe Burrow and like that all that offense maybe. That could work something out, I guess.
Got you. Eagles Uncensored?
His demise started when he broke the catching record for tight end. I believe that really got to his head, breaking that record, and that's where he feels he's entitled. But that doesn't mean that he is entitled to it. He had a really good year that year. I'm not going to slam him for that, but just because you have a year like that and then you turn around and have a year like you did last year, you really ain't got a leg to stand on, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So,
and I agree. I mean, Philly 21, what do you think, man? I'm gonna get your feedback on this, and then I got a couple other people waiting in the back, so I'm gonna put you off. But what do you think about what Birdman said? Is he gone? Maybe he's gone. Okay. All right. Let me take him off here. Let me bring my guy. Joey Shakes is in the building.
Oh shit!
What's up, Joey?
What's up, guys?
How you feeling, Joey?
I'm better. I had to cancel today. I wasn't feeling too good earlier, but
Yeah, good deal.
I'm all right now. But I just wasn't feeling too great all day today.
Shit.
What up,
Yeah.
Joey?
What's up?
So what up, Joey?
Yeah, what's going on, man? How you guys doing?
what's up, Joey?
I didn't mean to kick anybody out, bro. I thought I forgot how many people you could have on StreamYard, so I don't even know what's you only have 6.
I think I lost him anyway.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you're good. I think we're good. I think we lost him anyway. But yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better and able to jump on the live stream with us. But Birdman just laid out the question. With the whole Ertz thing. Do you feel that he's being disrespected, or is it the other way around?
You talking about Ertz?
Yeah, because
Zach Ertz.
Joey, because LB was talking about that the fans we're disrespecting Zach Ertz in a way where we're not giving him his credit. So my thing is that I feel it's the other way around. I feel he's disrespecting the fans. We've been at his bat since day one, and I know he showed his emotion and everything, but I just feel like we're getting the short end of the stick here because we've been up to bat for him, even though sometimes he kind of seems like he doesn't put 100% in it. So is that the fans' fault or is that his fault?
I mean, look, like we offered him 2 contracts at the end of the year or whatever it was, and then obviously with the rumors of, if him and Howie had a confrontation, if that was even true or not. I mean, he gave everything to the city. He gave as much as he could, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. And I mean, everyone's got their opinions, and I respect it, but I don't think we owe him really nothing at this point. I just don't. You only hold on to players for so long, and like there's only so much you could do. I mean, I could probably take the Carson Wentz to the same aspect of it. You know what I mean? But I know Ertz didn't do the same as what Carson did. But it's just, when it's time to let go, it's time to let go. Like we're not giving him credit, but you have a tight end on this roster, and Dallas Goedert's on the final year of his contract. What are you supposed to do? Bring him back for a $12 million cap hit, and then what? Put Ertz in front of Goddard, and then kind of ruin what we could see with Dallas, with Dallas Goedert on his contract year. So I mean, I think that's ridiculous, but you got to move on. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
It just doesn't feel right that we're going to have 2, stud tight ends, and we're going to be, how are we going to grade Goddard, with Ertz taking away his snaps? We're going to be screwed at the end of the year. We're going to make a tough decision, and, we're not going to see the max potential of Dallas. Dallas has to ride or die. This is his time to shine, and I feel that with the Ertz being there, Ertz, that it's just gonna kind of hinder that. And we need, like you said, we need to move forward with this. And I kind of don't like the organization kind of dragging this thing along. I'm hoping Howie has one trick up his sleeve with some package deal or something, because like you said, I don't think we're gonna get much. But I just hate this whole thing hanging over our head, because I feel that we're just carrying some dead weight that doesn't need to be there, and we could just figure out we can make both parties happen. Let's make it happen instead of dragging this thing on like a dead horse.
Well, the longer he stays on the market, the less the less value he's going to have, because the rest of the league is realizing that his value is just going to continue to diminish. It's just between what Howie is looking for him. I mean, the price started. I think the price started around a 3rd round pick, and then it dropped to like a 5th or something around those lines. I've always said around the means like a conditional 4th at the peak of when we decided to put him available on the market, and how he ended up getting a bit greedy in that matter and sticking to that 3rd or even possibly a 2nd, who knows? But yeah, no, the longer he stays on the market, I mean, there's really nobody that's going to want to even touch him, outside of maybe, like I said, the Jacksonville Jaguars are still rumored, I think, and then Buffalo is still hanging around in the mix, but it's just going to come down to what they ultimately decide to do, and with the kind of money that Zach wants in the first place.
There's only one scenario that works out, and that is exactly the way it worked out with the Sam Bradford situation. You only would hold on to Zach Ertz hoping for an injury to like Kittle or Kelsey or someone, to where, like I said, desperate times calls for desperate measures, where they would be willing to give away a 2nd to replace that person that they lost all the season long. That's the only good scenario to come out of all this if you hold on to them.
Can I ask Joey one more thing?
Go ahead.
All right. Hey, Joey.
Yeah.
If our running back room, we beast out, right? Sanders is hitting, everything comes together, right? We have one of the best running games in the NFL, right?
Right.
Is that going to cover up, Jalen Hurts from his max potential if we're not asking him to do that much because we're just kicking ass in that running game? Because if we have a hell of a running game, we're probably not going to ask of much of Jalen Hurts. Do you think that's going to like kind of mess up things as far as his max potential?
No, I don't think so. I mean, look, like, I think what we didn't do right by Carson in the first place, even though he was playing pretty bad in his own, which we weren't giving him a running game. We put all the pressure on him in the pocket, which didn't work out. But it's really rare that a lot of teams have. I think we have more than enough talent at running back, not just with 3 spots, but probably 5 or 6. I think they have a good amount of running backs that can go in there and do some work. Like, if you had to start, I don't know who the fourth, if they're keeping 4 running backs, I don't know who would be the fourth, but I really think that, you're going to have Miles Sanders. I think Kerryon Johnson could beat out Jordan Howard. I think Kenneth Gainwell could beat out Boston Scott. I honestly think, like, you're going to have some new faces in the mix. You're going to get more talent. The Kenneth Gainwell pick, I think, was a total steal in the 5th round. I think that was, like, beyond a total steal. So, I don't think it's going to hinder Hurts, but it's going to help him a lot because it's going to get these running backs a lot of attention. These defenses are going to have to prepare for this different, diverse of running backs that have different skill sets in the backfield. So that's what they're going to have to prepare for, plus Hurts on his feet, whether it's read options, whatever it's going to be. No, I don't think so. Like, you got to work, Nick is going to work Jalen Hurts to his strengths, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see Jalen Hurts go through his progressions. Like, he's not going to run. Look, if they're a run-first team, okay. But, they're definitely going to be passing plays. We're definitely going to see those big explosive plays, which he's going to implement into this offense. So, I don't think it's going to happen. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a nice balance. But, depending on matchups, where there's a weak spot, you know what I mean, on another team's defense. But, no, I don't think so. I think we're going to work to his strengths, but make it nice and balanced on offense. So
yeah, because I'll give you something like, I don't know if you remember when Zeke was out against Dallas, Dak didn't look too hot, and everybody was saying that Dak was exposed. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying if we're firing in all cylinders, like halfway through the cylinder, and let's say Sanders is out for 2-3 weeks, turf toe or something, and the running game is not smacking like it was, are we going to be like kind of like taken back where we're asking him to throw a little bit more, and then he has a little bit more technical issues because it's his first year. But are we going to be like fooled by it? Do you think?
I think they're going to be right on point. I don't think even with Miles Sanders out, I think every running back is going to be ready in this rotation. If it's not Sanders, it's going to be Kenneth Gainwell. If it's not Kenneth Gainwell, it's going to be it's going to be Kerryon Johnson. It's going to be Jordan, whoever it's going to be. They're going to be ready. I don't think we're going to miss a beat. We're so deep at running back. That's why. Like, we're so deep right now, and it's a never-ending thing. So if they have to take someone from practice squad, if they have to, if they keep 4 running backs, I think you have 4 running backs right there. I don't know who the 4th's going to be, whether they want to keep another bruiser at Jordan Howard or they want to keep Boston Scott there or just put him to special teams.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be all prepared because a lot of these guys, they all have starting experience. They've all been starters in the NFL, besides obviously Kenneth Gainwell. But, I think they won't miss a beat at all.
No,
Yeah,
I gotta agree with you. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, man. Like, I don't think people realize how dynamic Hurts and Sanders are truly going to be together. Like, those two alone, what they're going to do to defenses is just going to be ridiculous. Because like you were saying with the RPOs and stuff, like you're not going to know what's going to happen. You have to take account for those two every time they're on that field. And, if Miles would get hurt, dude, Gainwell should be able to step in very nicely for Sanders. Very nicely. So I'm not too worried about it, because we have a lot of dynamic playmakers, that can line right up next to Hurts.
Yeah, Lane Johnson tweeted out a picture of him working out, and I didn't think it was possible, but that dude looks like he's eating the same stuff that Brandon Brooks is eating. But that dude looks like he got stronger and bigger. So, man, it's like sometimes you think it's impossible, but dude, it's like they just look. This line looks like it's going to be amazing. barring no damn injuries, knock on wood. But a lot of people are not thinking that this O line is going to be anything. But I just see a bunch of freaking grown ass men on the field, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the battle between Dillard and Mailata.
No, a running game is not going to hinder the potential of Hurts. It's only going to help him. I mean, we've seen countless examples of that back last year in 2020, especially. I mean, you can look at the Cleveland Browns game, for example. Carson ended up having to throw the ball in the rain like almost over 40 times. You can't get stuck in a situation where the offense is going to turn one-dimensional. So where the defense breaks you down, they know that all you can do is pass. They can sit comfortably in zones. They don't respect your running backs at all, and they can just penetrate through your offensive line and get them tackled in the backfield. Like, no, having this kind of a dynamic for Jalen Hurts, it's just going to better benefit him because he can, with the threat of a run, he can sit in the pocket a little bit longer. As Joey Shakes just referenced to, he can look through more than one progression. It's not going to be like a one and done type of thing where he looks at his first receiver and then he looks to book it. No, you want to see him be able to break down defenses like that, and if his first read isn't open, you look to the second, to the third, whatever the play call is there. Maybe the more comfortable he gets down the road, between the play calling with Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen, maybe they're going to start to give him maybe some more, the chance to audible at the line of scrimmage and really open him up to the offense to see what he can do. So I'm excited at the diversity that we have in the running back room. It's just going to come down to who wins come training camp time.
Yeah, and another thing too I want to add to that is, last year, the last 4 weeks of the season, we had the number 2 overall offense in the NFL. All right, Jalen Hurts, he had more rushing yards than Lamar Jackson, and he did all that behind a makeshift offensive line, wide receivers who weren't doing nothing. We had injuries all over. Now you're going to have a full, healthy offensive line again. You have Devontae Smith now. You have Rager in his second year and Fulgham. Like, if he did all that with that, and let's be honest, you couldn't tell that he was decent because collectively as a whole, we suck. So it was hard for even the good ones to shine. Okay, so, I mean, just imagine this whole team healthy, what he's going to look like. If he was able to do that with what he had last year, imagine what he's going to do this year with what he's got.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And from what we've heard, from the interviews that we've seen from our new head coach, you could tell he's very, very, he's going to hone in on the fact that games are won and lost at the line of scrimmage. And when you establish a running game, when you're attacking guys as opposed to being attacked, he's starting to. What I'm getting at is he's starting to show his hand a little bit as far as what I think this offense is going to look like. And I really, really hope, and I know that Sirianni is a smart guy. And he knows that establishing a good, strong, competitive running game that's consistent. That's going to take, like you guys said, that's going to take so much pressure off of Jalen, and that's going to only help him tremendously. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that we have now we got Gainwell. I like the let's see here. Jock Talk said if Dr. Gainwell would have played last year, he would have been a second or third round pick this year.
For sure. Okay. Yeah, Gainwell would have been picked much higher if he played better last year.
It was a blessing in disguise that he opted out.
The fact that we got him in the 5th round is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I thought he was one of
pisses me off right there, man, because you could say the same thing about Jamie Newman too. If he would have played last year, he probably would have got drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round.
I mean, there's 2 other Memphis running backs in our division right now.
Yeah.
Dude, they know how to utilize their running backs. That's why they usually get picked so high.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what kind of what kind of numbers are we asking from Jalen to make this a successful year, where it's just, where we see that this is going to go somewhere with Jalen? Like, where are you guys at numbers wise, touchdowns, interceptions, and rushing TDs? Where are you guys at with that?
Who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
Me?
Big play.
All right. I guess I'll go first. I honestly am on the train that he'll be good this year. I really do think he'll be solid this year. I'll say he has 24 to 25 touchdowns with like 14 interceptions and like 3,000 yards. That's where I'm at with him.
Any rushing TDs in there?
6, 7, 8, 9, something like that.
That's pretty damn good.
Okay.
It is.
Now obviously
I like-
mine was a little bit more higher. I have him at a pretty high pedestal this year, kind of almost emulating Carson Wentz's second year, honestly. I got him at 3,488 yard passing, 32 touchdowns, 6 interceptions,
Wow.
1,012 yards rushing, and 6 touchdowns. Now, like I said, that's me being very optimistic about this kid. I really like him,
Yeah.
But you wanted to know realistically what I would take. I don't need much, man. If he comes out and he shows consistency and he's growing, I'm okay with that. Like, if he came out and just did 2,700 yards and like 21 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions, just showing that you're consistent, you're not going to turn the ball over, that's okay with me for his second year, if you get what I mean. But I'm expecting way more than that.
Got you. Joey?
Look, yeah, I even with Eagles Uncensored, like, as long as I see, like, the, consistency every week, and he's not throwing 2 picks a game, and he's got to protect the football. He had a problem doing that last year. But, I mean, last year was a total joke. So, I mean, 4 games last year, that was like his preseason in my eyes. Like, he had the Saints game where, he was running the ball more than he was throwing the ball. The Cardinals game I liked a lot better because he went through his progressions. The defense didn't help him out, but I thought he went through his progressions and really well, and, scrambled when he had to, and, obviously got to protect the football. And then obviously it just got worse after that. I think it really wasn't him. I mean, part of it was him, and part of it was this predictable offense. Like, every time, like, we have a new piece that comes into the offense, they play well for a few weeks, and then they're figured out. The blueprint is there. They're figured out after a couple weeks. So I don't care what the numbers are. I want to win football games this year. Like, as long as he's not throwing 2 picks a game, he's not fumbling the football, he's being aware, he's not scrambling, he's not, that's why I'm not a big fan of Lamar Jackson. I never have been, because I don't think he's a complete pocket presence, a good pocket passer. I've never really thought that, you know what I mean? I don't want Jalen Hurts to start running as soon as he senses pressure. Like, I want him to work up in that pocket. And with a healthy offensive line, I think he could do that, distribute the ball to everybody, because I think everyone's going to get the rock. It's not just Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts. It's going to be everybody. Everyone's going to get a piece of it. So I think we're slept on this year. I think this team is going to be tough. I think this team is going to be competitive. I think this team is going to surprise us. And I love that no one even cares about us right now, because I just have a really – and look, I don't hype teams every year just to do it. Like – I feel how I feel, and I go through a vibe. Like, the coaching staff, I never got bad vibes from this coaching staff. Jalen Hurts is going to be the quarterback. Either he's going to work in Nick Sirianni's system, he can only work in one system, or he's going to be that quarterback that can work in many systems. But, if this Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts thing does work, this is going to be a good sign, and obviously we have to look for development in Jalen Hurts. And I think with Nick Sirianni, when he did his explosive plays with the Colts players, when he did that video, I was really infatuated with it, because he knows all his strengths. He knows all the strengths of every player on the offense, every weakness of all the players on the offense. I mean, it just, the more he talks, I could sit there and listen to Nick Sirianni all day talk about football. I mean, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to training camp. I'm looking forward to, the season starting. I can't wait to, I don't care if we're going to Atlanta. We're going to get that win. We're going to get a lot of wins this year, guys. Like, I said it was going to be at least 7 to 9 games, but This team can go a lot further if they really put their mind to it. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people. So
hey, Joey, with that being
I
said,
do too.
What quarterback do you want him to eliminate? Like kind of copycat, like where you think it's going to emulate? Yeah. Which quarterback are you looking at? Because you said Lamar Jackson. So if you don't want that type of quarterback with Jalen, who do you want him to kind of be like? Where you'll be kind of like, this is good. This is good enough.
I mean, look, I know it's going. It would be like way too far to say like, hey, I want him to be like a Russell Wilson, or I want him to be some type of quarterback like that. You know what I mean? But it's, you know.
So you feel the difference between Lamar and Russell?
Oh, I mean, definitely, those are two huge differences because I think Russell, he can move his feet, but at the same time, his accuracy is really good, and like he can make every receiver look really good in an offense. Like, and he could backtrack 25 yards and come back up and make a big play to a receiver. So I mean, it's night and day with Lamar and Russell Wilson, but. I'm not even saying Jalen Hurts has to be like that. I would rather, obviously, I'd rather him be a gunslinger. But if that's not his style, to where it's a lot of read option. Even when Nick Foles was here, like we had him under center when he first, when he took over, and it didn't work out. So obviously they went back to the tape. But when he was in 2013, they looked at the old tape, and they have to go through his strong suit. They have to go with what he works well with and how he is successful in an offense. So I don't think he has to be that gunslinger guy. I mean, I'm not telling him to be that Aaron Rodgers gunslinger, but I think you incorporate some of that, and with the balance of him scrambling and running and extending plays, it's going to save us. And I'm telling you, he's got good receivers on the field that obviously the chemistry is going to be there when the season starts, and I'm excited about it.
I see a lot of Watson in him.
The difference between the difference between Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson is Russell Wilson uses his legs when he needs to, and Lamar Jackson uses his legs because he has to. That's the difference between the two. Mm-hmm. That's the difference right there, plain and simple. Yeah, I mean, and so I mean, Lindy, what do you think as far as numbers go, if at all, or do you just need to see progression with Jalen this year? What do you think, Lindy?
Well, it's going to be a combination of everything. And personally, I would like Jalen Hurts to be his own breed of quarterback, considering his backstory and everything. I think, that would be the most beneficial to him. And sure, you can model your game after somebody else, but every quarterback is different in their own right. So that's what I would want to see, is him kind of separate himself from others. So it makes it a little more difficult for a defense to, face you week to week. Like, if this guy plays similar to Russell Wilson or Lamar Jackson, then we can match what we do against them to Jalen Hurts. No, I want him to do things a little bit different. So other teams have a lot more homework to do. But no, obviously we're going to see some growing pains in the season. It's not because it's not just Jalen Hurts. The coaching, there's promoted positions in the coaching staff. But you can also say at the same time that there's a lot of the cards are stacked with Jalen Hurts instead of against him. You got a confident, energetic, and all about football head coach in Nick Sirianni, who wants to be the play caller. You have Shane Steichen there, who aided in Justin Herbert's successful season of being, offensive rookie of the year. Shout out to him. He did a good job over there at the Chargers. You have a quarterback coach in Brian Johnson, who has known Jalen Hurts, throughout his childhood and worked with his father at times. So there's a nice relationship there. And including the rest of the coaching positions, you might have a more supported defense with Jonathan Gannon running the show. So for me, despite growing pains, I still have the over/under for this team set at 8 games. Best case scenario, we go 10-7. Worst case scenario, we go 7-10. I think that's a decent balance. For Jalen Hurts statistics, I would think he'd have around 4,100 all-purpose yards. where he throws for about 3,500 passing to 600 rushing. Try and balance it a little bit because we do want to establish a better run game than we had in years past for the last couple of years. Utilize Miles Sanders this time. Get some running backs out on a passing route. Kenny Gainwell is very good at that, so I want to see him involved a little bit. But again, this is a lot of speculation because we don't know what the 53-man roster is going to come out to be. But with all things considered, who we brought in, I think it's fair that we can throw Hurts' statistics around there, in my opinion, and have him just under 30 touchdowns. I'll say about 29.
Yeah,
got you. And go ahead, Joey.
1 second. Here's what I think. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be the best quarterback that Nick Sirianni's ever coached. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be the most successful quarterback that Nick Sirianni's ever coached. He coached Phillip Rivers, Jacoby Brissett, and Andrew Luck. Mm-hmm. 3 quarterbacks with different skill sets, okay? Right. And, I think it's just amazing how he could just turn every quarterback into, and work these guys to their strengths and really make an offense that's, very diverse, and you don't know what's coming. And like I said, I could say it over and over again, but using the players to their strengths is really important, which Doug didn't do. I think Doug just ran his offense every week. He just ran his offense, so that was it. But I honestly think that this duo with them two is going to be something. I think they're close. I think I just have a different feeling about this team going to this year. And like Lindy said, that there is going to be mistakes this year. The young coaching staff, guys that want to prove them, coaching staff that wants to prove themselves. I'm actually really happy it's a young coaching staff rather than getting like someone that's been around the league for a long time. Like I want to see who could be here for a long time. What coaches. I understand when you have successful teams on a short stint, like our Super Bowl, and we lost coaches like pretty much immediately after that Super Bowl. So, you never know what can happen, but I think Nick Sirianni is going to be the big change. I think he was the big culture change when he first got here. That was the first step. And I think after that, you're going to see those leaders kind of rise up from the team naturally, and then you're going to see, Jalen Hurts become a leader, which he already is. He's going to gravitate those players towards him. You're going to see swagger in this offense this year. And with this defense and Jonathan Gannon, I know we've only heard mic'd up moments at OTAs, but he seems like he's got a big voice in this defense. Seems like we're going to be playing more zone than we are playing man. Seems like, it's 11 guys to the football. It seems like it's like he's learned a lot under Mike Zimmer from Minnesota as well, and Mike Zimmer likes to disguise coverages and make things look like coverages that they're not. You know what I mean? So I think this team will get pressure. This team will get we need obviously turnovers. I mean, we don't get interceptions too much. We don't turn the ball over too much, and we've dropped a lot of easy interceptions. So I think obviously we're looking for that cornerback right now, and obviously with the Zach Ertz thing going on, I feel like we're leaning on this Zach Ertz thing so much because we're relying on that to get another guy, and it's unfortunate, but and that's it.
I think it's interesting from real quick. I think it's interesting to talk about from a coaching perspective, how much of similar experience that they have when you bring up like Sirianni and Shane Steichen. Sirianni, for example, receiver experience. Kevin Patullo, working with quarterbacks experience. Jason Michael, the tight ends coach, quarterback experience there. So it's a really nice collaborative combination of coaching staff that we have here, to really work with a guy like Jalen Hurts, especially going into his second year, for the unfortunate ending that he had in 2020 being thrown into the fire.
And I want to piggyback off that a little bit real quick. All right. Because of everything that conspired and everything, and with our new coaching staff, take all bias out here because we're all Eagle content creators. We're all adults. We can do that. Who's going to have the better season, Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz?
Ooh.
Seriously, take all bias out. All bias. What is your true feeling on this? Gut punch it. I don't care. 'Care.
That's a tough question, but before we jump into that, I want to ask you guys, what do you think? 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 What let me just give you guys my 2 cents on what I want to see from Jalen Hurts this year, and it's two things. You guys touched on it a little bit already, but the first thing is taking care of the rock, making sure that he's not fumbling the ball, he's not intercepting the ball, or you're not getting the ball intercepted, and not putting our defense out there longer than they really need to be, because that's going to just lead to injuries and things like that. Guys getting worn down as the season goes on. So number one, taking care of that rock, and number two, he needs to be progressing, obviously, but I want to see improvement on that deep ball accuracy with Jalen. So those are the two things for me. Other than that, just progression. Get better each and every day. Like you said, the Brents do every single day. So, and he doesn't expect to miss any payments. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I hope to see out of Jalen Hurts, definitely. But who wants to go first on that mountain of a question that Uncensored just put out there?
Bro, I don't even know at this point. Of course, why? I don't care. I'm a big Carson hater. I'm just not. It left a really bad taste in my mouth. I only care about him because of that first round pick. That's all I really care about. I mean, other than that, I could really care less. At this point, I can't wait to go to Indy next year and put him on the ground 10 times. That's what I'm hoping. So, embarrass him in Indy. So I think, I think just how everything went, I just go with a more strong-minded quarterback in Jalen Hurts, and he could play bad for 4 games last year. Obviously progressing, not great last year, but obviously getting thrown into the fire and just having to do what he has to do. I want Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts will be more successful. I think he's worked harder, and I don't know. I think Wentz will do okay. I'm not saying he's going to be. If you're going to say he's going to play that bad, I don't think so. I think I just saw a different Carson Wentz. As soon as he went to the Colts, as soon as I saw videos of him, which I didn't really try to watch, but I couldn't really help it. So I've seen him. He looks like he lost weight. He looks like he was doing the right things this offseason that he should have done last offseason, and being more with his teammates, and all these videos of him throwing the ball. I didn't see that. Obviously, we didn't have an off season last year, but we tried. But and part of this is the Eagles' fault because they I mean, I don't know. Did they know something? When they drafted Jalen Hurts, did they know something was brewing? Was Carson Wentz not happy at the time? I don't know. We'll probably never know that answer, but maybe this pick is a blessing in disguise. If Jalen Hurts wins a Super Bowl down the road, just say it happens. We're always going to hate that pick. We're going to hate that pick because it was just out of nowhere. We could have got a starter. This is why even this year, the Landon Dickerson pick wasn't my favorite. The upside is there. Analytically, that upside is there, but when it comes down to what we need on the field right now, which like I said, I'm not against that Landon Dickerson pick at all, but I thought a cornerback would have helped right at that spot. This way, we're not in this position right now, waiting on freeing up money because we only have $5 million in cap space. We haven't signed Landon Dickerson yet, and on top of everything else, we're trying to sign a cornerback, and it's just But when it, not to go off topic, but when it comes down to these two players, I think Carson will do okay. I mean, he's low. He's got an offensive line. He's got running backs. He's got everything. I mean, everything. He doesn't have to compete. I mean, good for him, right? When you go to a team and you're guaranteed a job, you got to be happy. So I guess he's happy where he's at. But you know what? But when he's got
the coach that knows how to put him in the right positions to succeed. So more power to Carson in Indy, definitely.
If it wasn't
for next year when we put him on the ground.
If it wasn't for Frank Reich, he wouldn't be there. Frank Reich pushed that probably to the limit for him being there. It is what it is. I don't care if he's ranked 23rd best and Jalen Hurts is ranked, second to last, but in front of Drew Lock, whatever it is. I don't care at this point. Or offensive line's ranked 17th, whatever it is. Okay, but Carson's going to win some games. He's got a good, if he's on his game, I think Carson has talent. I'm not saying he doesn't have it, but when he wants to use it and when he's not, they drafted a quarterback. The Colts drafted a quarterback. I was like, oh, wait a minute, slow down now. I don't want Carson Wentz to go home crying now. So, I don't respect the guy. I just don't, and it's just too much. I just can't even. I've just lost a lot of respect for him. But there's another side of Carson Wentz. I do understand why on certain aspects, the front office. I don't care if you hate the general manager. I don't care if you hate the front office. You got people that wear. You got fans that wear your jersey. You were quiet after that Dallas game. You were quiet after the last game of the season. You were quiet all offseason. I think the only thing he announced was like something with Rodney McLeod with the charity or whatever he was doing, and that was it. And he had this PR letter to the organization and the fans, and thank you, Don Splinsky, and blah blah blah. All that. So I just didn't respect him for that. And you know what? He got beat out mentally during the season. I mean, you look at all these pictures, and Carson's always looking over his shoulder the whole time. So when you get paid that much money, when the going gets tough, you can't just You're telling me, like, during that Green Bay game, he called it quits, that this wasn't the place I was supposed to be at, and then you have, like, a little thing with, a little conversation with Aaron Rodgers, and you see what that's going on with Aaron Rodgers now. He took the same route pretty much, almost. And I think he'll do okay, but I think Hurts will be better. I'm not even trying to be biased, but I don't want Carson to do well, period. I really don't, but that's just me.
You just want him to be 75%. That's what we want him to, or 70 to 75%. That's it.
As long as the Titans contend with them, that's why I'm glad they get Julio Jones. I mean, right. I hope we could trade Zach Ertz there as well. I mean, if that happens, great. But if Julio Jones going there was huge, because now I want to keep the Colts on their tippy toes now, on the back of their heels. So now it's like, you don't want to get the Colts too comfortable and lead this division, because all they're going to do is at the end of the year, if they already clinch division, whatever, they're going to sit Carson for a lot of games. And I forgot what 75% of the snaps. What is that? 10, 11? I forgot how many games that is, but that's what I want to happen.
12, yeah, it's got to be right around there.
There's the Colts schedule is brutal too, so it's brutal the first like 6 or 7 games.
I actually did hear what Carson told Aaron Rodgers. He asked him for $20 and he'd pay him back tomorrow. He actually asked them that. Hey, so does anybody know where Joe Castro is? Because
Florida.
Is he hiding?
Yeah, because the Nets did lose. So if you guys do me a favor, check on Joe Castro.
Does he need a missing poster like Tobias Harris did?
Yo, he is working. He's working on his hate video right now.
Oh yeah. I see him on Twitter. He's going out. He's asking Sixer fans if we can be friends again. But I'm gonna answer the question and then I'm gonna head out.
Go ahead, buddy.
So Carson Wentz has the potential, like Joe said. What are they really asking of the guy? To win 8 or 9 games? That's not like, he can do that. I mean, he's done it here, and with probably a worse roster. We really hadn't had great receivers that can stick out for years. After a good year or two, they get hurt. So, and then he's gonna have a good running game with that. So that's gonna help him out big time, which we didn't have a good running game over here, and you saw what the results were with him. So I believe Jalen is going to have a better performance than Carson, especially because, this is going to be like his debut, and I just feel that he has the connection with the receivers, with the running backs. These guys are going to want to play for him. He wants the city of Philadelphia. He is hungry. He wants the title. When Carson handed him the keys and said, "You know what? You think you're better? You try. You see what you do. Do what you can with these guys. These guys are bums. I'm not even gonna. Their fans are bums. This team, the coachings are bums. Everybody's a bunch of bums here.
Yeah, we'll show
you. You take the keys, Jalen, and you could work magic with this because these guys are a joke. And I'm out of here. As soon as I talk to Howie, I'm getting the hell out of Philly because I'm tired of these guys.
So Birdman, let me ask you this. So do you think they would even have do you think the Colts would actually have the balls to bench Carson? Do you think they would actually do it if he played bad? Because if they do that, it's like deja vu for him all over again. It's going to put him in that, it's going to get him real low mentally. Like, I just don't see them even benching him. I really don't.
They couldn't do that, man. They couldn't because that would be Frank's demise. Like
I
he would
actually,
pretty much be solidifying his coaching
Frank's
job.
gonna coddle. I don't think Frank's gonna coddle Carson the same way Doug did. I really don't.
yeah, they,
Yeah.
I don't, actually haven't went over the Colts schedule, but I actually do want to do that. And what I was gonna say is that I'm telling you, if Carson goes 0-3, those conversations are gonna happen because he can't mentally get over those little humps like that. Because I'm telling you, if you hear 0-3 in Indianapolis, man, can you imagine what the press is gonna say? What's wrong with you, Carson? You said your level, you got, oh, he's not gonna answer that, and he's gonna go, well, I'm just gonna look at the tape. Well, I'm just gonna look at the tape. Well, I'm just gonna look at the tape, dude.
I gotta be better than that.
Yeah,
I'm leaving it in God's hands.
How many times are you gonna look at the tape, Carson? I mean, he can't use those excuses anymore, man. So all eyes on him. But I don't want to wish him that bad because you know what we need? We need that number 1 pick. But Joey, you're right, man. If this guy goes out there and he stinks it up, man, oh god,
Bro, he doesn't want to take calls from Philly media. Like, who do you think you are, bro? Like, seriously, like.
Realistically, he's going to have to do better than what Phillip Rivers did for the Colts last year. I think that's the honest expectation when you're bringing him in there. And the Colts won how many games last year? Didn't they win 11 or 12 games last year?
Went to the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean that's the expectation. He has to do better than what Phillip Rivers did, and the Colts were pretty good. So
and I didn't think Phillip Rivers was going to do anything when he went there. I said, oh, you know what? It's a good, nice, fresh start for him. And then when I saw him playing, I was like, wow. I was shocked. But you know what? They protected him really well. He had time to throw the ball, and he did. I was actually stunned that Phillip Rivers did well. I was happy.
Oh, there's no excuses for Carson now. He's got a better offensive line. No excuses.
You got a better defense.
Man, before you go,
no
let me
excuses.
leave you with this, man. Every quarterback we've ever traded never had a winning season once we traded them.
Mm-hmm.
Every quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you go down.
Let's hope Carson breaks that trend because we, like Birdman said, we need that first round pick. So
yeah, like Kevin,
he does good, but not too good.
Kevin Kolb was one of them. He was supposed to be the next thing in Arizona. And who's Kevin Kolb now, man? And, I mean, McNabb, he goes to Washington, and he's over there getting in trouble. Arizona, he's drunk driving and messing with women at the sports center. Like, dude, I don't know when these guys leave Philly, man. What the hell happens?
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I'm glad I got in real quick. Shout out to Joey for joining the stream.
Hey, bro.
Foothills, do your thing. Uncensored, Lindy, have a good night. And then if you are a father, happy Father's Day.
Thank you, my man.
You too, sir. Thank you for joining the live stream.
All right, guys, stay blessed, man. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Later, Birdman.
I think I'm the only one here without kids. Am I correct?
No, me too.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I didn't know if you had. I forgot. I said if you had kids or not.
Hey, we're equal then. The two at the top are fathers. The two at the bottom aren't. So we're good.
Works out well.
We're good. We're balanced. But I was gonna propose the question that the Uncensored. Actually, I'll let Uncensored do it.
What?
I wanted Joey and Lindy to give us their feedback about the whole Cox, trading Cox away, or who?
Oh, the one I asked earlier, you mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Joey, would you do that, man?
This
would you
year?
Trade,
so he basically asked earlier, would you trade Xavier Howard right now for Fletcher Cox?
Or Fletch for Xavier Howard, yeah.
Oh, Xavier Howard.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think it would even happen just because like I made a video on it, but like I just want to kind of go over like who is available for trade or could be available for trade. But Xavier Howard he thinks he's overplayed his contract. What was it, like 5 years, $75 million, whatever it is. He's supposed to make $12 million this year. So I mean, he's probably wants to bump that up to like $15 million a year. So the Eagles are in no position right now. For at least him, I mean, trading Fletcher Cox this year, no, I don't think they should do it. I think when you look into next year, I think they should do it because I think he will have some value. He'll have more value than Ertz, that's definite, but they have to do it at the right time. 6 games last year, a sack and a half, and then obviously 6.5 for the year. And you know what? It's just he's got to do better. I got to see him disrupt more in the backfield. I don't think I see enough of that. I see Aaron Donald every week, whether he gets double teamed or not. He's always, I don't care if you make some guy fall on you. I don't care if you take 2 guys out and 1 guy falls on you on the back end. I don't even care at this point, but I got to see more. And hopefully, you have a lot of, money on this defensive line, especially with Javon Hargrave as well, coming into a new scheme, got injured last year, showed up for a couple games late in the season, then obviously he disappeared. But, he promised us this year. I know he could play. He's got a good resume. I know he could play in this defense, but I think last year, everything was just a struggle last year. And I think now Cox, training Fletcher Cox this year, no. I think next year you should be thinking about that than this year.
Piggybacking off of Joey's answer here, I think the biggest X factor into this entire decision to where it's better to do it next year is to see where Javon Hargrave is from a perspective of, if he's that guy that can turn into that number 1 DT and then have a surrounding cast of, kids around him if you're going to move on from the veteran tackle. You picked up Marlon Tuipulotu or, Big T as me and Philly Jim came up with today in our live stream. It's easier to call him that. So you got Marlon from the class, then Milton Williams, Hassan Ridgeway is back. You want to see how that defensive end position is going to turn out. With Derek Barnett on that 5th-year option at $10 million. So at the point of putting Fletcher in trade talks right now, I think there's too many question marks on the defensive line. Until you get to fill in some of the blanks, I think that'll leave you with a better position of power to be able to put him into trade conversations.
Just keep in mind too that though, guys, that we don't. I understand what you guys are saying, and I'm not in any way saying that Fletcher Cox is washed up or that we need to get him out of here right this second. But just keep in mind too that we've fallen in that pattern before of falling in love with older players, and what happens if Cox gets hurt early on this season, and that could do the same thing that happened to Ertz. That could very well diminish his trade value, and then he is getting older, and to me Xavier Howard he's been an interception machine, not just last year, but like the last 3 years he's had more interceptions than the whole NFL, combined, I think, pretty much. So,
in the last 3 years, Howard's had 18 to the NFL's 19 interceptions.
Crazy.
Yeah, last year alone, he had 10 interceptions. Just last year alone. So it's like you're giving up Cox, but you're gaining something much more. It's like if you would get Howard, you're solidifying your NFC East title. You're almost guaranteeing it at that point, because that takes care of everything. And then, like he said earlier, Slay leaves pretty much at the end of this year. He's dead nothing.
I think
it's
Slay's got one more year. This is only his second. He has one more year on his deal.
Yeah.
Okay, well, even still, that he will still give you somebody to replace Slay when he walks, whether it's this year or next.
Mm-hmm.
If you're under the mentality of like falling in love with these older players, then what do you say into maintaining a guy like Brandon Graham, and then and then Ryan Kerrigan comes in here on a 1-year deal. You got 2 older guys that are like 32, 33 years old. Fletcher doesn't turn 31 until December, which is around when the season starts. So when you talk about age in the trenches, it almost doesn't necessarily matter, especially if you're a Pro Bowl kind of player. Your longevity is still there. Anytime Fletcher has gotten hurt, they've been ticky-tack injuries, and he's managed to get himself back into the game. Mm-hmm. But when you're dealing with that kind of punishment week in and week out, when you're attracting as many double teams as you are, and not everybody around you is able to beat their man off of the line of scrimmage, then there's going to be questions about a guy's longevity in that aspect. But as of right now, I need to know if guys around him right now can step up. We paid Javon Hargrave $30+ million to come in here. He's only 26, 27 years old as that future defensive tackle. So like I said, I would like to fill in some blanks first while Fletcher is still in a prime age. He's still in a prime age. He's not. It's not like Zach Ertz, who's at this point throwing in the towel or something because he's complaining about money. And I understand Fletcher is as expensive as it is, but Fletcher is more in a prime age than Zach is, in my opinion, being that the trenches are one of the most important skilled positions on a football team.
Well, and also you have to look at it in this way too. Realistically, everyone's looking at this season as just a rebuild season, okay, which we're not expected to win, which is why I also say is another good reason to get rid of him. Why keep him? If winning is not that important this year, it's more important this year to develop and to get players better and to see what we have. Fletcher Cox being here only is going to set that back, because you're not going to see Hargraves 100%, because Cox plays 99% of our snaps. So getting him out of here would give these younger guys more opportunity to play, so we see what we have all year. Then next year we can say, okay, we do need a DT, or no, Hargraves can handle this. We don't need one, but that's what I'm saying. So they're the decisions you have to make. Are we in a full rebuild, or are we just in a retool? If we're in a retool, then I'm all good for keeping him. But if we're in a full rebuild and trying to get younger, there's no point in him being on this team anymore. I love him to death. I don't want to see him play for any other team. I wish he'd retire for us. But it's one of those things, though. There is a point and a line that you cross to where it's like you have to let it go. And I don't want to get into another JP situation or anything where we hold on to somebody too long to where their value is worth nothing anymore.
Well, Jason Peters was 37, 38 playing left tackle with no knees left. That's a different story. If Fletcher Cox is going to get traded, I would have to think that it would be around like a deadline decision. This way you're answering questions on how ready the rest of the kids are on the defensive line. Like, building around a guy like Javon Hargrave. How far in development is Milton Williams coming along? Are you going to throw Teron Jackson in there? Patrick Johnson? How are the defensive ends looking? Is Josh Sweat coming along? Is Derek Barnett living up to that $10 million contract? Yeah, to think of at this moment in time more as maybe around the deadline, depending. I'm not considering trading Fletcher at this moment. I need to know who else is going to step up on the defensive line first.
And I'll piggyback off that, because you know what, like I agree with, at least if he wasn't here, obviously they're keeping him, so they must think like if this is a rebuild or a retool. I don't know. I mean, this is the 2021 season for me is finding your building block pieces for the future, because you have potentially 3 first-round picks next year. So at the end of the day, like keeping Cox here, and I agree with Lindy, like keep these young guys like behind these veterans, let them learn, let them get in this rotation, let's see what they have, and then kind of make your move next year. Because obviously, because I think they do want to win this year. I think they're partly kind of rebuilding a little bit, like they're moving, they're getting some pieces, but at the same time, I think, when they're signing Kerrigan and doing stuff like that, it just makes you think like they're really they want to add depth, and they really want to make this work this year. Like they don't want it to be another bad season, which I don't think it's going to be, but no. I think you just let these young guys learn. Like, I mean, look, next year, like, yeah, and Philly Foothill said it, what if he gets hurt? Okay, that's with every player. Like, we have to worry about every player getting hurt, but obviously when it's a guy that we could potentially trade and he gets hurt the whole year, so either a team is going to take a chance on, and some teams do take a chance on a guy that was hurt, and say, don't worry about the injury. I know he's going to play well for us. We'll be fine. We have a great medical staff, whatever. So I don't really think he's going to get, I don't think he really doesn't, like Lindy said, he really doesn't get hurt. Like he'll have that splurt while maybe he misses a couple plays or maybe a game if that's the case, but he's come back and was fine. So I know, like, without Fletcher Cox, you do miss a heartbeat with this defensive line, but obviously behind, if you have, Fletcher Cox getting double teamed, then you have that one-on-one, and you can't even get that right. Javon Hargrave can't take a one-on-one. I thought potentially when we signed, you sign Malik Jackson to like 3 years, $30 million, then all of a sudden they go after another defensive tackle. I'm just like, what are you guys doing? It's like rewriting the wrong of what you just did. So when they signed Javon Hargrave, I thought that Fletcher Cox was on the way out. That's what I thought, but it didn't happen. So okay, all right, I see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to beef up the defensive line, but we were honing in on this pass rush so much. We weren't distributing the money to any other position but defensive line. Like, this is why we got to actually draft well, and we can't be doing all this other stuff. So it's crazy, but I think let Fletch stay this year. Let him do what he's got to do. Let these young guys learn behind them and get into the rotation. And we might see something, guys. We might see Milton Williams do something great. We might see Teron Jackson do something. So, you never know. But I say just give it a shot. And then, I think Fletcher Cox will always have some worth more than Zach Ertz. I just think it's a totally different position, obviously, from tight end to defensive tackle. But I think he will have they could get good compensation. And I think the more compensation you have, the better it is. So.
I mean, a lot of the skill positions.
Before
a lot of the
okay. Go ahead, bud.
So a lot of the skill positions are in the same situation as if we're solely focusing on the defensive line right now with Fletcher Cox, but a lot of the skill positions are in a similar situation. I mean, you can look at the secondary where Rodney McLeod, he's coming off of another ACL injury. He's about 31 years old. It's a different position, but it's the same principle. Offensive line, Brandon Brooks coming off of a second Achilles injury. He's still there. He's older. Lane Johnson is still there. He's coming off of an ankle reconstruction. There's similarities with these skill positions here, but let's not get it twisted. We're not going into this year as in a win now type of atmosphere. We're going into this year as a competitive atmosphere. When you bring in guys like Ryan Kerrigan and all this such, and surrounding these young kids with serviceable or Pro Bowl type of veterans that they can really pick their brain and learn off of them, and until they gets to the point, it's just us now. Now it's our responsibility. It's our turn to take the lead with this coaching staff, so we can be dependent on, and that we can keep our jobs. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's going to be a competitive year. It's not a win now year. But yeah, there's a lot of question marks, and there's a lot of blanks that we have to fill in first before we decide to pull the plug on a lot of these veterans.
And I just want to clarify something before everyone hits Twitter or fucking gets on here and makes a video. Oh, Eagles Uncensored wants to trade Fletcher Cox. No, I don't. That was a hypothetical question. Just putting that out there. So.
No, dude, don't be like, hey, like, I don't want people. Let them make their videos. Let them do whatever they got to do, bro. I say so much stuff, okay, and I know I'm going to get stabbed for it. Like last year when Carson played his first game, I made a video right after that game. I was up in the Rockies watching the game with some people I get tickets from, and when Carson played bad, and I said, there's something wrong with Carson Wentz. I don't think he's having a good season. And I knew I was going to get stabbed for that video, and I did 1,000,000 times. I'll give it another game, give it another week, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I just saw something. But don't be afraid to what these people are going to say and what videos they're going to make and whatever. It is what it is. It's your opinion. You own it, and that's all that matters. Good for you. Good for you for saying your mind, bro.
Yeah, I'm never sorry, though, for anything that I say. I just don't like people twisting my words.
Bro, I have a huge example of that. I made a video this year that I was going to trade Darius Slay this year, earlier this season. I made a video on that because I'm sitting here like, if we're rebuilding, why are we even keeping a guy like Darius Slay that's making so much money right now? So,
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I get stabbed for it. Big deal.
Well, I mean, when you put out as much content as you do, Joey, it's bound to happen. I mean, sometimes you're doing multiple videos a day. I mean, there's just going to be those people out there that are just gonna nitpick and search and just seek out things to complain about. So, like you said,
I just started out. I got 45 subscribers. I don't need people being like, "Fuck this guy," unsubscribe.
They do. Then hey, your channel gets better from that, bro. Trust me, it gets better from that.
And if they're going to be that sensitive, then they're probably, especially with your channel, they're not going to last very long anyway. So you're going to need
the name clearly states it all. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But like Joey has said, we've all said before, speak your mind. Don't be afraid to do so. Absolutely.
And you have those people that are going to say, well, I usually agree with everything you say, but this, I really don't agree on. It's like, okay, well, then you don't. Life goes on.
Thumbs down on the video and move on. Exactly.
Yeah, your opinion doesn't affect my content. What you want.
It really doesn't. At the end of the day, it really, really doesn't.
No, in fact, if they don't like mine, they'll probably come to yours. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
Jock said, go ahead, Joey.
No, you're good. I wasn't going to say anything smart.
I was going to say, Jock Talk said, I do have a thing to say. If you're comparing Milton to Aaron Donald, do it for this rookie year, not what he has become. Okay, they're saying compare Aaron Donald his rookie year. So yeah, but still, to me, that's still a stretch. Aaron Donald's at the top of the mountain right now when it comes to interior defensive linemen in this league. He's one of the most dominant players out there. So yeah,
what's he got? 5 defensive player of the year awards or something like that.
Almost every year he's been in the league, I think he's won the.
Yeah. That pick was an analytical pick. That was the analytics department picking that pick. That wasn't the scouts. This is why we had that war room fight. That war room. Howie. Thing that happened in the back of the war room, whatever. They weren't going after Milt Williams. I forgot the guy's name. I had his name a while ago.
It was another tackle.
Right. So off the charts, like. Testing wise, analytically, he was top of the charts and all that. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't have a good tape. I'm not saying he doesn't have a good tape, but he has a good tape. I think he's got that real short area quickness. His arms are too small. I'm like, who cares? His arms are too. Stop. We got to start drafting. Like if the guy can play, the guy can play. His arms too small. He's too short. I just can't stand it. But. That was a part of the problem too. But I mean, Jonathan Gannon was jumping up and down like that pick was like he was excited for that pick. So if he's happy with it, I'm happy with it. So whatever.
Good call, Jock. Thanks. Lynn McNeil, yes. And as for Richie, no, the Sixers cannot have Luka Doncic. No.
What you shouldn't have is that Mavericks jersey touching that Jalen Hurts jersey. You gotta separate that.
I know
that's cursed shit right there.
That's the hey.
I think it's number 2. I think it's number 2.
Jalen Hurts is from Texas, but
if something happens though, I'm gonna blame you
he's
for
a Rockets fan, so it is what it is. I'm gonna have to try and convert him. I'll have to try, but no, that's not the first time I heard that. I was on a live call-in show with Cowboys content creators. They said the same thing.
Thanks, Jock. Love you, buddy.
Let's see. We got Richie MC said, Joey, I got a problem with the blue and orange hat. What's on the front?
It's a blue and red hat, and it's a.
Oh, come on, man! Now we're talking about his hat.
It looked orange for him. Yeah, it looked orange for him.
That.
It is Sixers though. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it is. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. But I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the drawing real quick for you guys.
The what?
I got all the names in my Eagles lunch cap here.
I was about to say that. What the hell you do with that?
He took my lunchbox.
That's where your peanut butter jelly sandwich went to.
All right, so this is gonna be for the first mug that I just got, giving it away. All right, so the first pick is.
Wait, who's in it?
It's newer Eagles content creators. So a big dog like you, Joey, unfortunately is not in it, but you will definitely be in the next one.
Yeah, you get the VIP mug.
Look at this. Look at
the VIP mug. I can't see that.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can't see it.
It says Eagles Uncensored.
Oh shit!
He set that up, Lindy. He just set that up. He opened the bag. He looked at the. He's got like 20 of them in there that have Eagles Uncensored on it. I know it.
Oh, Eagles Uncensored. You get the choice of the black one or the white one. I don't know if you guys seen it earlier, but I had. So these were made by Birdman _951s.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The black
This is
one.
the black one.
The black's
take
gonna look
that one.
better.
Yeah, I'll take that one. I will
There you
take that
go.
one.
Goes with cheating.
Right, you got it. And this is the white. This is the white one. Stay mean.
That's a good
Stay
one too.
green.
That is a good one.
And it says Nest Out West with Philly Foothills.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Good shit, Bird, man. Nice job, buddy.
Damn, Jock Talk is still stuck on the $9.99. I remember. I told you though. You already know Jock Talk. I don't know.
This is the second one. All right. I got the second one.
It's gonna be Lindy. Just watch.
Yo, if it was though, man, that'd be funny.
I'll follow
Yeah,
that share.
That'd be 2 prizes that I got then.
It's a Eagles content creator BLSg. He's got the second.
He was
prize.
just in here recently. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Good deal.
yeah. So you definitely Eagles Uncensored. We have our contact information. So yeah, just send me where you want me to send it, and I'll get that sent to you. And BLSg, hit me up on Twitter or whatever, and I will definitely get you your mug of choice, black one or white one. So yeah, I'm glad you. Yeah, I can't believe we've already been on here for over 2 hours. This has been an amazing live stream, you guys. It's been really, really fun. I mean, we could sit here and talk all night long about our birds.
I could do this all day.
Exactly.
I could do this all day.
We do. We're all creators now. This is what we do. So I mean, it comes naturally, you know.
AK Joey and I being night owls right now, almost 1 in the morning over here on the east side.
Yeah. I mean,
I work nights, so this is normal for me.
Yeah.
he's a
I
normal
think
night owl.
me and Lindy were up like playing Destiny 2 one night for like I don't know what time it was, like 5 or 4.
Yeah, it was like 20. It was like 20 after 5 in the morning when I called it quits. That's like
You guys on Xbox or PlayStation?
PS4.
Yeah.
That was the night before he was on I think a live stream on my channel, and I just pulled an all-nighter with Joey. He's like, I barely got sleep.
That's right.
I remember that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad you. That's really cool that you guys are able to, connect that way too, and share your gaming experiences with each other. That's always
Yeah, no, I saw Lindy playing. Well, I think he streamed on his channel. I was like, holy shit, I have that game too. And then that was it. And then I messaged him. I was like, yeah.
Is that also? Can you cross-platform on that or no?
Not at the moment. I know they're planning on it.
Yeah.
But I don't think they have it right now.
Got you. So, I mean, what do you got? I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure we know the answer to it, but I mean, what do you guys think is the main holdup with the, not having Dickerson signed yet? Is it just getting him medically cleared to be comfortable with it? I mean, what do you guys think it is?
I think it just spans, past the whole rookie mini camp phase, and then just continuing to monitor his conditioning, and obviously that's going to come through. Obviously that's going to go through negotiations as to where they can meet, like as a middle ground. But those negotiations are always tough, man, especially when you're considering. I mean, Landon is how old is he? 22 with 2 ACL tears in both knees. But the talent is through the roof with his versatility, being able to play every position along the offensive line. But that's the only thing that I can bank my money on. But again, I don't think this is the first time that this has happened with a rookie with waiting this far into their negotiations. So I would be more concerned if it was a few days outside of training camp. But as of right now, I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, I think it's weird because it's like they know he's going to start next year, so it's like, how do you work this contract the way you want to work it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
at the same time. I don't think it's a problem. I just think they're just figuring out the numbers. Maybe I don't know. But
And then the
$5
other
million.
other players, other players that you got on the roster, you bring in LaRaven Clark, and then you're trying to see where Jack Driscoll is and how healthy our veterans are coming back, and the state of Jason Kelsey, and there's I mean it just goes on and on and on. So.
Well, here's my question: do we have the cap to sign him at the moment? Or are they waiting on the Ertz trade?
Not for a
to
corner,
clear money?
yeah. Not for a corner and the signing. No, we don't have enough.
So that's what I'm wondering, if they're just waiting to clear some money up before they actually, because they're probably figuring, hey, we need to sign someone and we need to also sign him. So let's just wait till we see how much money we have all together, and then we'll make the decision.
I'm surprised they haven't restructured Lane Johnson yet either, because they were going to do it, and they said, and then I guess Lane said, like, are they going to restructure me? It never happened. They already structured Cox, like, at the end of the season. We only saved like $5 million. He should take like maybe a pay cut.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But I mean, you could do Brandon Graham, even Brooks too.
Yeah.
But,
so Richie MC said, Joey, quick talk on Jake the Foot, Elliott, or next stream. we could
that contract, like, we're stuck with Jake Elliott. Like, that contract is nuts. Like, I don't know what they were. I totally forgot the numbers. Like, I haven't even thought about Jake Elliott like for a while. So, like, I was like a 5-year, like 20. I don't know, 4-year, 20 million, like 5. I mean, it's just crazy. You can't even release it. Like, you're not gonna get nothing back. It's gonna be dead cap. Like, they have no choice but to keep him this year. So,
yeah.
I hope last year was just a fluke, man. I hope he's good.
When you talk about like a player choking, he's the total reverse of choke. Like, he chokes on 21 yarders, but he'll make a 50.
It is weird. It is very weird.
It's just like
he's like the kid that could swallow a quarter, but choke on a cornflake. I mean, it's like.
Love the analogy. That was awesome.
Yeah, and it's surprising that we haven't really brought anyone in to compete, because, as much as the coach is preaching competition at every single position, no one should feel safe or comfortable on this roster right now. But yet we haven't brought any kickers in, so it's that's kind of a little surprising too to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as I think it's all upstairs with Jake. It's all mental. He's got the physical abilities to do what to be a kicker in this league. We've seen him kick 50, 60-yard field goals before. So we know he's got it, but I think it's really up here with him. So
he's got one job. Do you even have to work out to be a kicker? I mean, do you really have to work out? Maybe some leg presses? I don't know. But do you really have to work out to be a kicker? Like, what are you worried about? What are you worried about? Like, if you're kicking your whole life, like, and I understand, like, he won a Super Bowl. He even missed a kick in the Super Bowl. He even missed a field goal in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, it's just, like even with Jason Peters, you remember saw the side, like, you can do it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to just tell him, like, he's got to. They can't do anything with him. Like, they can't put him. I remember last year they brought in 2 kickers and nothing happened. I guess the veteran favoritism yet again worked at the kicker position. So, they didn't really do much there. But
right,
it's like him. It's like him getting iced on Madden every attempt on Hall of Fame difficulty. Just can't get it there.
Right.
He's Ray Finkel in us, man.
Oh God, lace us out, Ray.
Every time he goes to kick, I get nervous. Like, I'm like, he's gonna miss this. Like, there's no way. I don't feel comfortable every time. Just for an extra point, guys. Like, I don't even feel. I mean, I know he's been working out. I heard some rumors he was working out with somebody from Baltimore. I forgot. I know he's been working out, working on his game this offseason. So hopefully that helps, and hopefully, and obviously Nick is going to be very, like, if he misses a lot of kicks, he's not going to be like Doug and just brush it under the, under the furniture, be like, whatever, he'll get better next game. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's true. I mean, they've done that with every player. That they've been massaging everybody's ego on this team. I mean, it's just like the prior years. It's just like they don't reprimand anybody. This is like Carson Wentz. The perfect example. Like he makes a bad play and he pats him on the back. Like, oh, all right, that's it. Not, I'm just like, okay, then Jalen Hurts, he's got his arm around. He's like, come on. He's like, come here. He's like, we got to do this. And then with Carson, it's just like, all right, good job.
And then he'll go talk to Nate Sudfeld on the bench.
Oh my God, how bad did he look? Oh my God, wow.
Yeah, we got the better of the end with swapping backup quarterbacks when it comes to getting Mullins as opposed to letting go of Sudfeld, because I think Mullins has got definitely more of an upside than Jake.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think he's going to do anything, but I think he'll give the receivers good looks for camp and preseason. Right. But other than that, there's nothing else I have to say. Like, there's nothing else is going to happen. Like, he's probably going to be, if they keep two quarterbacks on the roster between Hurts and Flacco, Mullins will probably be that practice squad quarterback, for practice squad for the year, whatever they do with him. So
hey, we can always trade him to the Giants, man, because statistically he's better than Daniel Jones. It'd be an upgrade for him.
I'm sure the expectations, with him coming out of college, were similar to Jamie Newman's. Even though Jamie opted out of 2020. I mean, Nick Mullins came out of the 2017 class, undrafted out of Southern Missouri. The same school as Quez Watkins. They were teammates, so I can't imagine that he had similar expectations. Being an undrafted free agent, but he's been okay, like anywhere from average to below average is what his numbers were. And of course, Joey said it already. This was a better move for guys, whether it's on the practice squad with the third stringers or whatever. Some of these receivers are trying to make an impact, and make an impression on the coaching staff. And what better way to do that than to have a guy that's it's more NFL ready than Jamie Newman, where Jamie is going to have to go through the motions and try and throw to these receivers at the same time, where Nick's a little bit ready and a little more ready in that regard. But there's no way in hell that he's competing with Joe Flacco as the backup. There's no way that's happening.
Even though Joe Flacco's nothing spectacular either. So I mean, it's just Joe Flacco could take over a game, maybe like. But I don't think it's like if Jalen Hurts, gets hurt, knock on fucking wood, but, he's going to come in and do a Nick Foles all over again. That's not going to happen. But I think, which I can't stand the fans for this reason either, is just because, like, they bring a veteran in and it's like, oh, they bring in Joe Flacco and, like, Jalen Hurts is going to have to look over his shoulder. Like, what, like, what do you expect? Like, we were going to sign a vet, like, you've never heard of a veteran backing up a younger quarterback? Like, what is this, like, new to you? Have you just watched football this year? I mean, just let me know, because...
Well, first off, what's he got to be scared of? He's 38 years old. He can't even run. His hips are fucking gone. Like, what's he got to be scared of?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but these fans...
It's the Jalen Hurts. It really is. Once Flacco, all the Jalen Hurts haters, once Flacco got brought in, they all started huffing and puffing. Oh, look, they brought in a veteran quarterback. Look, he's going to compete for snaps. Da 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 da. Yeah, that's you could think that, but we know what season it is. We know whose team it is.
Do you remember when we signed Chase Daniels and he was like the highest paid backup quarterback, like second to, he was making like $23 million, like ridiculous. Like, what was that about? Like,
yeah,
behind
but we're
Sam
also
Bradford.
Paying Flacco $8 million when the Jets just got done paying him $3 million. Like, props to his agent, by the way. His agent, hell of a job, dude, getting him more money from the Jets. Like,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Hey, it's all about that guaranteed contracts. It's all about guaranteed contracts, man. You get those big contracts every time you're a free agent, or those little like 1-year deals. You get more guaranteed money. Good for you. I mean,
but what the hell has the man done to afford $8 million? I mean, he's won 2 games in 2 years.
You can say the same thing about Derek Barnett and his contract. I mean, what has he done to deserve $10 million? No,
well, he's still young. We can develop him. You can't develop Joe.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't develop a player who's never who's always hurt. You know,
Well, that's true, too.
it's, your greatest ability has to be availability.
I don't even know if he's even if he's healthy, if he's going to be that good of a player, like a first round pick player. I don't even think that's even the case. Like I don't even like I want to think he's going to, but it's hard for me to even say. But you know, it's like when you get hurt and you know he comes back into a game, you think he's 100%, but he's not. He's got to work himself back up to where he is. But you know, Derek Barnett is like a good 2017 year, made some crucial plays. You know, 2018 wasn't a horrible year, and then kind of just fell off after that. So it's just, that was just not a bad pick, but it wasn't worth I mean, looking back at it now. So.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he was definitely overhyped, being that he broke, Reggie White's sack record at Tennessee, all that coming out of college. So I just. I'm very disappointed in from what I've seen so far from Derek Barnett, and for him to be making that much money, taking away from the salary cap, things like that, is just, it irks me. It irks me a little bit, rubs me the wrong way,
It was the same thing with Donnell Pumphrey. Like, I was excited for Donnell Pumphrey. I know we could laugh about it now, but I made some videos that I wish I did not make and want to delete right now. Trust me. But Donnell Pumphrey, he broke Marshall Faulk's all-purpose yard record at San Diego State. So it's like he had a big pedigree coming to the NFL. Then he was on punt returns, and his vision was like. I was seeing the open holes in the field, and he just wasn't running that direction. Like, his vision was the worst I've ever seen. And you have an all-purpose yard record. It's crazy.
So would you have kept Barnett this year then? Or would you have let him walk?
I would have at least extended him to lower the cap number, at least extend him so you can afford to release him and get some money back for him. But, I mean, they didn't do that, so now it's like he's got to play now. I mean, I would have at least extended him if we couldn't get any other defensive ends or we weren't going to draft one, keep him here, but at least extend his contract, at least extend it and lower that cap number a little bit so he's not making that much.
I mean, would you rather release him and let Kerrigan play 100%?
I don't mind. I mean, I know he could do it. I mean, I like him on a rotational, but I mean, I think he could start. I mean, I think he would like to do that. I think in his mind, like, he could definitely start every snap, but I think being smart about it, keeping guys fresh in a rotation. So if a guy does get hurt and he has to play more snaps, whether it's like if Barnett gets hurt, I'm fine with it because then Josh Sweat plays better the more he plays. He's more disruptive, and then you have Kerrigan will get more snaps as well. So
If guys like Chris Long and Michael Bennett didn't play 100% of the snaps, then Ryan Kerrigan's not going to go 100%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I mean, Derek Barnett's only 24 years old. I mean, to be at that position on the defensive line, like there's still value there, and his injuries aren't to the extent of a guy like Josh Sweat, who because of that bad knee injury that he sustained in college, that's the reason that he fell as far as the 4th round. Derek's haven't been as bad as his, but the best ability is availability, and that's true to form, obviously, Foothills. So I mean, yeah, that's what's working against him right now, but he has to prove otherwise that he can play all 17 games.
Yeah, he does. And he's got to. He's got to contribute. He's got to contribute this year and earn his keep, because if guys like Sweat and Kerrigan, yeah, he does. He's at least got to get more pressures. He's got to be more active. He can't give up on plays so easily. He's got to keep that motor running. And if guys like Sweat and Kerrigan are going to be, taking snaps away from him, that's just that's more money sitting on the sideline. Every play that he's out. So. That Derek Barnett is a frustrating, definitely a frustrating topic for me. It definitely it's been we've had an ongoing issue to me with him, just with dealing with the injuries and things like that, and him not being consistently on the field. And I know he's still super young because he came into the league very, very young. But I mean it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Coach Rocker can get out of some of these younger guys, and I'm excited. I'm excited for this defensive line, for the whole defense. I think our defense is going to be what we lean on this year. If they can keep the score low, that gives us even more of a chance to to be competitive because, you know, younger quarterbacks don't always tend to put up a lot of points, especially at first. So we're just gonna have to be patient and just hope for progression as opposed to regression, you know?
No, I'm with you, man. I hope Rocker is our saving grace with Garnett. I hope Rocker can bring out the best in him. I truly do.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? I think I'm gonna cut this live stream off. We've been going at it right now for about 2.5 hours. So
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I'm on here right now. So I'm surprised. I didn't think I was coming in here today.
Me too.
So, but
Joey the sick soldier, you know that. Yeah, I mean, hey, I appreciate you coming on, Lindy, Eagles Uncensored, everybody else who was on the live stream. I can't say enough how much I really, really appreciate every one of you guys, and really love, just talking to you guys, and I really love the support, for the channel and things like that. So thank you guys so very, very much for being on the channel, and let everybody know where they can find you at, just in case they're not subbed to your channel. Go ahead, Uncensored.
Yeah, so I'm AK Eagles. I'm the host of the Eagles Uncensored podcast. It's where you can come and just let yourself go. There is no judgment. There is nothing, and I welcome everyone from every team, and I also welcome content creators because, it's like I said last night, some people, they have kid-friendly channels, and they can't say some things, but you're more than welcome to come to mine and express yourself, Does not bother me any. And like I said, at 100 subscribers, giving away a free Jalen Hurts jersey. So the sooner I get to 100, the sooner I can get that out there. And, I just want to thank all three of these guys. Joey, I know we haven't been able to do anything yet, bud. We'll get there someday. But I've been watching you for a long time, man. But Foothills and Lindy, you know how much you guys mean to me, man. You guys have been there since day one. I appreciate it. It's nothing but respect, and it's an honor always coming on your show, Foothill. Seriously, man. Like, anytime. I'm always here, dude. You know that.
Oh, yeah. Much love, brother. I appreciate it. Lindy?
It's been quite an adventure and quite a journey up to this point, to get to know guys like you guys well established in the content creator community, one of the GOATs in the building, Joey Shakes, obviously, and then, Foothills on his quest for 1,000 subscribers. It's unbelievable. So I mean, with that, Jock Talk already brought up something from earlier with 999. So he thinks he's in a spot where as soon as I hit 999 subscribers, is that I promised at 1,000 that if my sneaker collection continues to grow, that I'm going to put one of them in the giveaway when I reach 1,000, just because of the age of some of the shoes that I have. I'm gonna put up one of those as a giveaway once I hit 1,000. But yeah, man. For Richie in the chat, he asked me about those earlier as well. I have a live stream where I displayed my entire collection of Jordans. You can go check that out on my channel. And as for me, Lindy Endzone for the touchdown. I'm taking the lead for the Eagles one video at a time and dropping buckets for the Dallas Mavericks. You already know where to find me on YouTube, and then my Twitter handle is the same as here. So appreciate.
Man, you had the one up me
with y'all.
You had to one up me with the Jordan shoes, huh?
I put it at 1,000 though. It's at 1,000 because they're pretty sentimental to me. It took me about almost 5 years to build this collection to this point. So, but I'm not done yet. And yeah, I mean that this pair right here, they're from 2007. So
you got any of the late 90s, early 2000 versions of Jordans?
The oldest pair I had was 2005. That was the oldest. But those are 14 years old. I have 4 pairs of Jordans that are 14 years old. So,
Dude, the one pair I'm looking for is the ones that he brought out a long time ago that had the lace cover on it. You know which one I'm talking about? It had the Jordan symbol on it, and it had the lace cover that flapped over the laces.
I have a pair.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
They are 15s or 16s.
You're 15?
Well, I can't wear that.
No,
put some tissue in it.
Like not the retro number because they're not retros. They stopped calling them retros at 14, but they're Jordan 16s.
Oh god, he's gonna have a heart attack.
I have them right here. Like this strap, that goes over the shoe. And it's got
this was actually built into the shoe though. Like it was sewn on the shoe. It was like an late 90s model.
Really?
Or Jordan, yeah. They were white and black, and they had the shoelace cover that went over it. They were actually part of the shoe.
Well, what I got is like these are Velcro. I don't remember how they go on, but you got the Jordan thing on the side right here, and then it goes over the sneaker to protect the laces. Gotcha. Yeah, these are they're Jordan 16s. They're bred ones.
Gotcha.
Nice. You wouldn't think by looking at them that they're as old as they are, man. My collection means a lot. Definitely.
Looks good. And Joey, last but not least, in case anyone who has been living under a rock doesn't know about you, let them know where to find you.
Yeah, so Joey Shakes 72, that's my channel, and just cover the Eagles. Really, I really can't cover anything else. I wish I can cover the Sixers and do other things, but I don't. We do live streams every week. We have the Philly Shakedown podcast with Philly 500 every single week. We're actually starting that back up next week. I know Philly 500's on a flight back right now, so I've been talking to him. We just did a giveaway. We actually gave away a couple fitted hats to Scholar MV, which he really we sent. He's the one that picked our podcast name and won the contest, so we sent those out. And he tweeted us out and enjoyed it and took a picture of it. So appreciate that. And the 27th, the week of the 27th of this month, for my birthday is on the 29th, so I will not be around the whole entire week. I'm taking a break because if I don't take a break, then obviously, the news is going to, obviously we're going to be, training camp coming up. I'm not going to make videos for pretty much a whole week, which is going to be real different for me. So I will be gone. But we're always doing live streams, anything really. So just check it out.
Hey man, out of everyone, you deserve the break, dude. Seriously, you're always on this thing. I see you tweeting at 3 a.m. I'm like, does this dude ever fucking sleep?
Yeah. If you're lucky enough, you'll find another Destiny stream with Joey and I. Maybe we'll last till like 7 a.m.
Dude, I am 33 years old, man. I tried staying up 24 hours like last week. I was like, nope, ain't happening. Like I can't do it anymore. Yeah. It's not possible.
That's me every day, bro.
The older we get, the rougher it is. Definitely, especially when it comes to we need that sleep. Definitely.
I used to work the night shift, so I used to work the night shift like a while back. So like I used to stay up every day. I used to work like that for 4 years. So yeah.
Yo, let me tell you a story. Because I work night shift, I've lost 2 flat screen TVs in the last 3 months. Okay, I have 2 kids who are under 5. Well, I was sleeping all day today, no lie. I got woken up to at 7 p.m. from my wife screaming because my son decided to put his rocker thing that he has through my TV. So I'm out at like 9 o'clock at night trying to buy a brand new TV. Second TV in 3 months. So I'm off work tonight because of that, because I was like, yo, I'm all the way like on the other side of town buying a TV. I was like, I'm taking off tonight because I wasn't supposed to work tonight anyway. I told him I'd come in to help. But I had to do that because I had to go replace a TV again. Yeah.
Kids.
All right, fellas. Well, right? Kids will be kids. But until we meet again, keep it fuego. Because we fly together, we die together, Eagles fam for life. And stay mean, stay green. Thanks for viewing me on your screen. Peace.
Ciao, guys.
Later.
Awkward silence.
You all right?
Just give me the spinning wheel. Of course it is.
Never a dull moment.
Right.
It's like, whoa, damn it.
Huh.
Does not want to cooperate, does it?
It doesn't want us to stop this live stream. That's what it is.
That's what it's saying. It wants us to keep going. So.
These are the after film bloopers, like after the movie. These are the bloopers.
If I could, guys. If I could, I have so many recordings on my computer. So when I record a video and I say something stupid, I'm like, nah, and I just stop it. I've said some really dumb things. I could literally take all those clips and just do like clips of me screwing up videos. It'd be the fun.
You should. That'd be dope.
I don't know. No.
Do it. That'd be awesome, man.
No. I don't think I'd ever do that. That'd be too much.
Oh God.
And if it's uncensored, you can just post it on my channel.
Yeah, it's really not even uncensored. I'm just like, I'll just be like, fuck, why did I say that? You know, I'll just say something. I'll say something that makes absolutely no sense. I'm just like, why did I just say that?
Looks like Jock wants it to happen.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Maybe when I hit 20K, maybe I'll do that.
Jock's gonna go and make a shit ton of YouTube accounts real quick.
And he wants me to give him a pair of shoes at $9.99, and everyone else has to wait to $1,000. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Dude, I wish I collected. I used to collect I would collect things and then I would stop, then I'd move to something else and collect something different, then I would stop.
I got like 4,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards too that I haven't touched in a while.
Holy cow!
You guys are gonna make me sound so old here, but you remember Pogs?
Remember what?
Oh yeah.
Pogs.
They're probably too young to remember.
Yeah, they probably are. They're looking around like, what the fuck's this guy talking about?
I mean, I'm 30, so I mean,
they were the circle things that had the designs on them. You know, they were flat and you could take like things and smash them and they blow up and go everywhere.
Yeah, they're like little discs,
They're like little discs with designs. They're cardboard, and some of them were even metal, and some were even hard plastic.
Slammers were metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a huge
collection of Pogs, yeah, you'll have to Google it. It's pretty cool.
We're Jock's adopted kids.
I collect probably like Kotobukiya. I collect like Kotobukiya Star Wars figures. And they're not cheap. I've collected a good amount of those. I have pretty much horror icon Star Wars pop figures. I mean, that's really it.
Yeah, Funko Pops. Yeah,
I got a few. Yes, that's awesome. I got a few lightsabers that I ordered. I got a bunch of stuff that I don't even have.
Bro, you were on the stream. We weren't able to talk about it, but I asked you about the Mandalorian ending. I was right there with you, dude.
Bro,
that was so
cried.
awesome. I was